What is up, beautiful people? It's Wolfbrother Mythos, and this is Wolfbrother Hobbies. And as always, I am joined by the amazing, the illustrious, one of the best painters I know.
Rob from the miniatures paintbrush. I have big brushes and I cannot lie. Hello, friends.
And big brushes, I'm
Another night.
told, is important. Is important. Recent.
Well, you know what they say about a guy with big brushes. He has excellent ferrule.
Yes, in a recent survey, it was determined, and I'm glad that we have some of the finest minds in the scientific world doing research on this. Surely it's not a foregone conclusion, but apparently, it turns out 9 out of 10 women do prefer painting with the big brushes. I myself, as an Asian man, I often find myself painting with my small brush, but it works for me. It's my size.
Is that a double aught? Is it a double zero there? What's what you got there?
It's more of a triple zero, but
Oh, okay.
it works. L Child says, "Let's get frosty," and looking at the thumbnail, he
That's
says,
good.
"Mythos Titus." That's right.
Yes. Oh
Game-
my gosh, so many exciting new things.
yes, all the exciting stuff. Gamers with Coffee Ashley says, "Hey boys, how's your coffee,
Hey.
Mythos?" My coffee is great. I got in a brand new bag of Gamers with Coffee Max Calf Blend, and I am enjoying it very much. And you know what? I should make this one of the things that Nightbot posts. Let's.
I need to get that link as well because I would like to order some coffee
Oh,
from friends. What it's like.
oops.
I do like a nice dark roast. Something that I can have without milk and sugar because I'm diabetic, so I can't
Yeah,
stay the
yeah,
sugar.
it's true. I enjoy some
Yeah.
delicious black coffee myself. I am going to
Mhm.
post in the chat here, which means you
Yum,
guys
yum,
have
yum.
to go into. I have to break the matrix for a second.
Uh, does that mean they technically sponsor this video with their hopes and dreams?
That's right. That's right. We have a lot of coffees. Yes, they do. In fact, they just announced their live stream this Saturday. They have a couple of brand new coffees, including a very trendy Dubai chocolate flavored coffee. So, it might be something interesting for people to check out.
Definitely got to pick some of that up.
Uh, you, you said sponsored with their hopes and Gamers with Coffee. Ashley says, and our tears. True, true. He broke it only for a second. Only for a second. It was just a glitch in the matrix. Y'all need shirts
Yeah.
that say "Bald painters do it better."
Amen. You got it right. That's
Oh,
right. We don't have the hair getting in the way while we lean over and paint our miniatures. Aerodynamic. We're made for this thing.
oh
Oh,
man. You know what? That might have to be a thing. Oh
for
man.
real. We can do it. Uh,
Ashley
so,
says it's not the size that matters, how it works. That's right. That's right. It's still a good brush. It's still a good brush.
yeah,
That's a mantra I tell myself in the mirror every day. It's still a good brush.
you just need that technique. Speaking of technique, I had clippers that were God hand clippers, and I was clipping GW sprue with it, and I didn't realize that they're very sensitive. So they actually broke on the plastic. Yes, I know clippers.
What?
So I had no idea, but I bought this cheaper version of the God hand ones. It's called from River Tool, and the thing about this is that it has one flat end and one sharp end. What that means is that when you clip something, like I'm going to clip something right now. I'm going to take this sucker right here, and I'm going to clip something, and nothing flies. It just falls right off. Listen, look at that. Look at that. I just clipped the piece. No hearing of the clipping sound or anything. And it is buttery smooth. I would highly recommend 10 out of 10. So, anyway, I think it was like 15 bucks. Like, it wasn't crazy. That's good. Now, the God Hand one's about 60 bucks. So I was really upset when they broke. I was like, hot dang it. Hot dang it.
Okay, Ashley
Ah,
did correct me. I sent you to their general website, which includes their coffee stuff, but also just their other stuff. But if you go to this new link, the .shop, that goes straight to their coffee shop, and also new merch stuff too. So, okay,
ooh.
now I'm gonna unbreak the matrix again. There we go.
It's
Uh,
all fun and games until the Matrix breaks.
you're welcome. God hands are better for Gundam. You know, it's crazy because like I've had a few people, like our friend Roxy and a couple other people
Yeah.
recommend God hand for Warhammer as well. It's kind of crazy that Warhammer broke the legendary and very expensive God hands. That's crazy.
I do have clippers from Citadel. These are the big fancy ones that they sold a while back.
Uh huh.
And I'll tell you, if I clip with this one, the piece will wind up across the room. But
Bing.
they look really nice,
They do look
but
nice.
they fly everywhere. Like I have a whole bunch of clippers. Clippers have been my thing. I think I had 8 clippers in my day. And everywhere from like cuticle cutters. That's how I started. I started with cuticle cutters, okay?
when
All
my
the way up to the God hand.
when my brother Darklight Dreamer got out of Warhammer, he gave me his P3 Privateer Press clippers, and that's been my main go-to for years since he got out. And before that, I still
Nice.
have the other ones. I kind of use them interchangeably, honestly. And I just have like they were once upon a time very good for because I used to be in the injection molding plastics industry, and so these were just standard gate cutters at the factory we would use for clipping
Uh-huh.
sprues at the factory. And I mean
Oh
they
wow.
still work pretty well, but they are definitely the instead of sharp on one side, flat on the other. These are definitely the kind that will, if you get too close, gouge through. So at the factory, I mean, and you would think I'd be better at this because at the factory, the same thing we'd always have to do is we'd have to clip it close and then get the excess
Uh-huh.
off with a
File
knife,
it down.
because we didn't
Yeah.
have like really good cutters. I mean, so like these work okay. They're industrial grade, they're meant for plastic industry. But I don't know, my privateer press ones are just nicer. But I do want to try. Well, I had been wanting to try the God hands, but I don't know. Depending on how your new ones work, I might want to try that one, especially if they're a God hand cheaper alternative.
Yes. Yes. I could send you the link if you're interested, but I really love these. They're tougher than the God Hand ones, and they still cut buttery smooth. It's like you have to check to see if you cut it already. Oh yeah, it fell off. Like, wow, okay. Yeah. Once you go there, you can never go back. And it's
um,
orange, okay? It's orange. For the record.
and where'd you say you got it?
Amazon.
Okay.
Not Amazon. It's called Rui Tool. Ruitool. And it looks
Ruby
like the
tool.
God Hand, but the God Hands are blue.
Okay.
Yeah, I have the God Hands here somewhere because I don't use them anymore.
We're gonna very professionally on
I'll check
stream
them.
pull up our
I mean,
Amazon.
well,
Rui.
here's the thing. If you want to try out the God Hands, like since the tip is gone, the rest of the blade is there. It'll still cut. It just the really tippy tip broke,
Okay.
which annoys me. And so if you want to try them out, I can send them to you and you try them out and then you base your purchase on about what you want.
Ooh.
But
Very cool.
yeah, it does feel like a hot knife through butter though. It's just,
Ah, that's beautiful. Beautiful.
yes, yes, you are. As all
Yes.
the beautiful people.
Yes, you are.
Every time you say the beautiful people, I keep on going.
Yeah. The beautiful people. The beautiful people.
That time Marilyn Manson appeared on stage with who was that? Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Eminem. That blew my mind. Anyway, we're getting off topic. I'm totally off topic. I'm so
What?
sorry.
Us off topic? That's never happened before.
Oh
Um,
goodness gracious me!
one of the things that I have been doing kind of hobby adjacent, you got me hooked on those baby bells, right? I've been saving the wax from
Yes.
them because on my backpack
Ooh.
I have something my brother bought for me a while back. It's a purity seal from the Warhammer merch shop, and I have some. You ever hear of blue stuff?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a
Yeah. I have some.
You can make some molds out of it, and so I plan on making a mold
Yeah.
of
You
the
melt
purity
it down.
seal, and then yeah, melt down the baby bell wax. Baby bell, for those who don't
That's
know, is
crazy.
it's a gourmet cheese, and yeah, melt it down, and I plan on trying my hand at making some at-home purity seals, which I think will be cool.
That's crazy. I love it.
Yeah, we could send them out to some of our viewers or something. That'd be neat.
That
Um,
is definitely neat.
but before I go too far into my hobby stuff, brother, do you want me to show what you've been up to?
Sure, you can. Just a couple.
He's
Just a
been
couple
up
little things.
to just a little bit of work. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Let's see. Go to Chrome. Go to, okay, open Chrome window. There we go. Ignore what I have up on YouTube for the moment.
Clear history.
Uh, no, it's real quick before we go too far into our hobby update, though, I do want to do a quick shout out to one of our longest supporters and definitely our longest running Patreon member is Commodore. Happy birthday to the Commodore. A
Happy
big shout
birthday,
out,
buddy.
lots of love to him, and I hope he has an epic birthday, an epic year for this birthday, and I hope somebody gives that man a fortification. So, one of the things I like to do for my friends and stuff like that is, I don't know, I take their fandom and use my thumbnail making skills, and I just like to create cheesy birthday
Yeah,
cards.
it's
But
cool.
but it's a custom cheesy birthday card.
That's right.
Yeah. All right, so there's just a little bit of work here from the TMP, ready for basing. Take a look here. This is what 40 troops of the Blood Claws look like right here. This massive,
Bow, bow, bow,
massive.
bow.
I'm gonna save the
Yeah,
video
yeah.
because I know somebody is working on his Blood Claw videos, but so you'll get to see that eventually in the future. But he has little bits of. You can actually go over to the TMP and check him out on Facebook. He's got a little update here of him showing off a little video of his blood claws.
Very proud of them.
They look
I
awesome.
used to, the first 15 that I ever did almost killed me. So doing 40 is a monumental task for me. And, yeah, it was pretty good. I worked with it pretty fast. It's like my most, it's not speed paint. It's not slow paint for competition. It's somewhere in the middle.
Yeah,
It's comfortable painting, normal painting, maybe.
it's like a basically, your army painting to a high quality.
Yeah. Tabletop plus or plus plus or whatever they call it.
Plus, 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 plus. I really need to.
Um,
I really need to update um, my uh, lighting in here. I had a light go out, but it's underneath a bunch of like tables and stuff like that. And so my lighting isn't as optimal as usual. Like right here, it looks good because I like having it, decent for my for the show. But man, for like doing models and
Setting
stuff
the
like that,
mood,
yeah. Here's a couple of
setting the
mine.
mood
So
lighting for me.
that's right. That's right. Here I have a couple of. I finally got around to painting the faces for the 6 blood claws that I was working on for this first batch of 11, and I really like the pack leader and his blonde um, ponytails, twin ponytails, which I think looks cool. But also, I did another blood claw with ginger hair, and I'm really enjoying how my ginger hair is coming out. Now, in this lighting here, it's one of those things where the color correction on my picture is making it all look more uniform orange. But I'm telling you, there's definitely, like when you look at it in person, there is tones. But I'm really enjoying how my ginger hair is coming out. I'm enjoying painting ginger hair.
So, just one question:
What's that?
Does the carpet, uh, does the drape match the curtains?
Well, it's a good thing you asked because I actually painted that detail in. If we go to So if we go to look under, you see we've got the little pelt covering, but if we look under the pelt, I caught you guys looking, trying to look up under the skirt of the Space Wolves there. I caught you.
It isn't a skirt; it's a kilt.
He did it again. No, I didn't. I didn't break anything.
Oopsie, did it again.
So I
Um,
so the 2 that I showed on screen are ones that I already have the heads glued on. The other 4 are painted. I just need to dot their eye, to do their eyes uh, before I mount the heads on. And I've also got the shoulder pads mostly done. I just want to put the decals on, but I've already painted them up. And I don't know if this is worth a hobby tip or what, but this is how, since I'm doing all of my shoulder pads in sub-assemblies, I've started doing them. I got a cheap little, like, I don't know, $4 pack of these mini clips on Amazon. And of course, for
okay.
another $4, I got like 500 of these popsicle sticks or coffee stir
Nice.
sticks. And yeah, it just lets me keep them up. And then I can set, using the clip, I can set them upright on my desk after I airbrush. And then you're not going to be able to see. I'm going to do the thing I always do where I put it up to the screen and it's not going to focus and you're not going to see anything. Yeah. So it's like orangey on the underside
I like that.
and more bright yellow
It's
on the
really
other side.
nice.
Because I did the
I love the
thing where
contrast.
I painted the whole thing pink and then I sprayed white on the parts that would be lifted towards the surface. And then I put a Imperial Fist contrast over the whole thing with my airbrush just to tint it. And then I used um, the Micron pen to blackline the whole shoulder pad. And yeah, good to
Nice.
go. So I've got all the shoulder pads done for them too, but they're off until I finish putting the decals on. And then I can put the shoulder pads on and seal them. And yeah, and then after that, the only thing that they'll be like mostly done. It'll just be details and basing. So it'll just be small details. Like I've already painted big details like the chest aquila and stuff like that. But it'd be little things like gems on the chests, bird skulls on the chest or the knee pad, that kind of thing. So just little details for all 6 of them, and they'll be done and ready to base and ready to go. Oh, and then I
Did you
guess
say
for
chest eagles?
what
Did you say chest eagles or chesticles? I heard chesticles.
the chest gold details.
I heard chesticles. Oh, anyway,
Uh,
sorry. Please continue.
oh yeah, and then also
You know you
as for
heard
one of
me.
the details, I've got to paint the thousand sun on Moon's base. On
Hey.
Moon's.
My favorite character. Yeah, the characters who make little oopsies on are the ones that are most memorable.
For sure.
They're unique.
I
Yep.
mean, I haven't even had my first game with him. He's got a name now.
Speaking of which, once I get these blood claws based, I could throw them in a game because I have enough points to field them and just
Nice.
try it out,
Yeah,
see
that'd
what
be
it's
cool.
like to have a big bob. I mean, before I have 30 gray hunters next. So.
That's true. That's true. Uh, Another hobby news. I did a thing. I purchased a couple of, I here and there end up purchasing like little hobby bits from AliExpress and Temu. And I've mentioned it before. And I'm like, why haven't I recorded any of this? So I got a couple of bits and bobs,
Yeah,
including some clay shapers. There's
okay.
this little thing I've been seeing in Instagram ads for about a year now. It's like some kind of big white brush that's advertised as a an airbrush cleaning cup cleaning
Oh,
tool. So I'm gonna try it out.
oh,
See if it works on. Maybe make a little YouTube short out of it. And then I think the other thing I got, which is neat, kind of like a makeup bag. And in fact, I probably could have just gotten a makeup version, but I didn't think about it. When I take my brushes on the go for travel, typically, if, I'm going to be honest, okay, this isn't the best mythos, but if I can find the little cap, I'll put the little cap on. But typically, I just toss my brushes in a toothbrush case, like those little travel cases for toothbrushes, to keep them, relatively straight, but they can still get jostled around. And then I try and put the toothbrush case where it should be sitting up most of the time in my backpack, right? So when I travel to other states and stuff like that, it can fly with me. But still, sometimes, especially, you know how things go, at airports and stuff like that, my bag still gets jostled around and stuff, or on a work site or whatever. And sometimes the tips of my brushes get bent along the way. So also from AliExpress, I got a canvas bag that you can slide your brushes into, kind of like if you've ever seen a chef's bag for their knives or a makeup bag for makeup brushes. It's a little canvas bag with very skinny slots, and then you just roll up the whole canvas bag. And then when you put that in your backpack or wherever, that canvas bag, just like that, will protect your brushes. There you go. And it is massive, just like that. It's funny because in the pictures on the ad, I didn't look that massive. I'm like, Jesus, I could fit 700 brushes in here.
yeah. These are just clay shapers and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Just,
and
mm,
it's funny because I've been trying to think of a solution for my brushes when I travel for a while, and then I saw that advertised on AliExpress, and it was like less than $10, and I was like, okay, I need one of these.
yeah.
And actually,
Price is right in this economy.
the other couple things I got was just because it was like I had to meet the minimum, so I was just like, okay, well I'm getting this for the hobby, might as well grab a couple other bits. So that's cool.
Yeah. So I'd say that big brush that you showed earlier to clean the cups of the airbrushes sort of reminds me of the brushes that Chinese calligraphers use on the
Oh yeah,
posters.
yeah.
Like they're big and pointy, sort of like that. That was kind of cool. I don't know. Maybe you should throw some characters down before you mess it up with the
With the airbrush.
the cleaning. I usually take a completely destroyed brush and that's what I use to mix up stuff in the airbrush or clean the airbrush and stuff like that.
I
So,
normally do
but
too, but
let me know how that works because I
yeah,
would love to check it out.
for sure. But I was looking at how this
Um,
one has a much, like just bigger bristles and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, I could probably really get in there. And like it's kind of, well, you take off the tip here so because of the light reflection, but it's also pretty well tapered. It seems like it could probably get,
yeah,
at the bottom of the cup down into the nozzle kind of area. So, or the
definitely.
feed of the
Yeah,
tube.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll see if it works.
For my hobby purchase, I picked up these Fumui. Like, I can't pronounce
Fumui.
that word.
Yeah, no, I think you pronounced it just right.
Fumui. Yeah, Fumui.
Fumui.
All right. And there are a bunch of Kolinsky Sable brushes. It has a 3, a 1, a 0, a double 0, and a 5-0.
Oh wow.
Which I think the 5-0 is like the point of the micron pen because it's point zero
Hmm.
zero 5. So it's about the same, but brush form into it. So I'm kind of excited. I want to see if these hold their tip. I'm not sure. It's an experiment. I'm going to get Artist Opus. I'm just waiting for the moment to get Artist Opus. Tabitha, what you doing? Sorry, I have new cats, so now they're all over the place.
You,
Uh, that's another thing. I have 2 new fur babies. That happened last weekend.
awesome.
So,
If you guys would
yeah.
like to see pictures of, we have exclusive pictures of the TMP's new fur babies. If you check out the Wolfbrother Hobbies Discord, there's a section for pets and
Yeah.
yeah, pets and such.
But they're climbing on everything. They might actually appear on the camera at some point. Who knows? They're already at the computer desk over there.
Hey,
In any case, it's Tabitha and Gandalf. Yes, the gray,
awesome,
because they're gray
awesome,
cats.
nice.
Yes. Big Lord of the Rings fan.
That's
But
awesome.
yeah, I guess that's hobby wise. That's all I had time. Oh, I am working on a new video doing clan rats, and that is the nurgling kind of clan rats for the Skaven, spreading pestilence, pestilent monks. Clade monks, so they're like religious, and they spread the disease of their malice using sound. They have bells, and
Oh
the
wow.
bells are corrupted. And the bells ring, it'll corrupt the area. Yeah, it's definitely Skaven Tide. It's not the Skaven Tide box set, which I do have, and I eventually have to paint onto it. But it's this huge project with 85 miniatures that I started in the summer, and I have 2 methods of painting that's coming up. One is going to be the layering technique, and the second type that I used for them, because after the first 20, I did all layering on the first 20 clan rats. And for the second 20 clan rats, that's right, I wet blended their coats. So I have 2
Wow.
different techniques, two different techniques in one video on how to paint plague
Ooh,
monks.
techniques.
So
Uh,
that's happening. I'm dropping that this weekend. So if you subscribe and hit the bell notification there, you'll definitely get that. And if you don't like Skaven, you don't want to support me. I'm kidding. I'm
and
kidding.
it, and if this is your first time here, you can find Rob at the Miniatures Paintbrush down. If you look in the not the comments, in the description below, there's always a link to Rob's channel. Check him out. Fantastic channel for tutorials. Also, he interviews some of the top artists in the world for miniature painting, and he
Yeah.
just generally has a great collection of techniques and has a great teaching presence as he's showing you how to do your
Thanks.
art.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah. If you want to join the fam, the Miniatures Paintbrush Legion, just come on over. Have some fun. We always have some fun. Speaking of fun, oh my goodness. There's so many things that are going on. Let's check out I guess, what kind of videos have you been watching this week? You
Videos,
have any channels or any suggestions?
you know,
Any picks?
I just got done watching uh, the Warhammer previews, but I didn't go to the Twitch channel because I prefer watching stuff
Mhm.
on YouTube. And I
Yeah.
went to the Warhammer previews reaction video or watch along video from Tabletop Tactics. And Tabletop Tactics is my channel of the week. Not that a massive, successful channel like them needs a shout out from little old me, but I just enjoy their channel. They do a variety of things from tactical videos, but their forte is some of the best looking and most professionally shot battle reports, on the web.
Reports. Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm. Oh, yeah.
And
They're pretty
they
good.
do incredible work. I mean, if you just look, even their thumbnail game is just super on point. Uh, and they're just some fun people to watch on the channel too. The Beard, always fun to watch. Of course, there's the Spider, Lawrence, Jinx. So they've got a great cast of Warhammer personalities. Hey, even if you're interested in getting into their forte, their scene, They even have a little tutorial on how they make a battle report, which is pretty cool to see. So,
I have to check that out.
yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Yeah, I'm sure they have an entire team for editing and stuff like that.
Oh, for
Yes, when we
sure.
have polished stuff. Yeah, that would be nice.
Right,
Must
right.
be nice.
But yeah, I was watching them
See how
tonight,
the other
and
one goes.
I was like, you know what? I'm enjoying that they're bringing me the Warhammer Championship preview content, and I was like, I think they're going to be my channel of the week for tonight.
Nice.
And who, may I ask, is your channel of the week, my friend?
Yeah, so Aris, pronouncing that wrong? How would you pronounce it?
I
Aramis?
think it's
Aramis?
Azris.
Azurus. Okay, so it's Azurus, and it's something I stumbled upon. Really, I was just going through, and I saw one of his videos, and he's a fledgling channel starting off. He seems like a pretty fun guy. The way he presents his things, I like his sense of humor as he presents his. But he does a lot of conversions, and I've never watched conversions channels too much. But his channel is a lot of fun with his conversions and the way he presents it is just funny and enjoyable. And I said, you know what? I'm really enjoying this video, and I'm going to do it the week. So yeah, that's my pick
That's
for this
cool.
week. Check it out.
Oh,
Yeah, lift up another brother fledging the channel.
heck yeah, heck yeah. It's funny because I went to a very successful high end, which I don't normally do. I try and find, uh,
Mhm.
smaller channels, and then I just
I got your
completely
back.
went to the right. And then yeah, you are on top of it today, so which is cool. Definitely, I
Yeah,
am subscribed now. I definitely see some stuff that I think I can't wait to watch. Like I've always loved the
exactly.
idea of Legion of the Damned Marines, and it's perfect for
Yes,
with Halloween having just passed. Legion of the Damned here, and
great video.
I don't know if this is a an artwork or if, but it looks like from it's pixelated, so you can't really see. But it looks like he's done a pretty
Uh-huh.
cool job reproducing flames on his Legion of the Damned mini. I'm looking forward to that.
He sure did. Yeah, yeah, he's pretty good. I was very impressed. And again, his sense of humor.
All right, and then
So definitely.
yeah, also as an Ultramarines fan myself, I do enjoy that there is quite a bit of Ultramarine goodness in his banner, which is cool.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Speaking of Ultramarines, there were quite a few
Mm,
very cool announcements today with the
yeah.
Warhammer Championship World Championship previews. Blah, 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 blah. So we are going to hop over and take a look at some of those. Also, for today's discussion, um, we're going to take a look at some of the news, of course, that is brand new, hot off the presses. But also, Brother Rob today is going to do some painting and teaching along. You want to talk about that, Brother Rob?
Oh yeah. So what I'm gonna do is, since I have all these blood claws all painted up and raring to go, they're not gonna be fielded on these pill bottles. So I'm going to have to get some bases. So what I'm going to do is first I'm going to show you how I make the base, and then I have some prime bases over here ready for paint. I'll show you how I airbrush those Fenrisian bases so they can live in that world and I can frame it. And since it's a nice world for me, I guess it's for me because I've been doing it for so many years. To me, it's a super easy kind of less is more kind of technique. Three colors, more on the blue scale because everything is cold on Fenris unless it's that springtime upheaval that, very rarely happens, but mostly Azheim is covered in pretty much snow. So yeah, so we're gonna do some of that, some rocks and crags. Easy way to make rock. No cork. If you ran out of cork, there's an easy way to make rock without cork.
Ooh,
So there, I'm gonna show you that on the channel, and then paint it up in those cold colors. And very, very cool, very cool. I have some AK interactive snow, and we're gonna make that happen too.
that's
So there's
awesome.
that.
I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to that, my brother.
Yeah, very fun. Easy to replicate, realistic looking bases.
And
So
I'm sure that is very, very nice when you have 40 blood claws to base all at once.
Dirty Great Hunter's coming up.
Yeah, 70
So,
troop choices all to go. Let's see.
recently, I've been getting larger with my projects.
All right, we're going to hop over to our first article to kick us off, and then we'll come back to Brother Rob, and yeah, we'll
Yep,
just
I'll set up.
sprinkle things in that way. Um, Here we go.
Stream's not broke. It was like that when I got here.
Oh, you were talking about the clan Skaven that do the pestilence. Um,
Yes.
Hellwork says
Nice.
clan. He said, I think it's Clan Muldor.
Mulder, yeah.
There you go.
I think there's a lot of, yeah. I think it's Mulder.
Yeah, I'm
There's
pretty
the one
sure
that,
because they're the partner clan to Clan Scully.
yeah. I know there's the ones that do mutated versions of themselves, so they operate on themselves and get monstrosities. And then there's the War Clan, which are the ones that with the armor and stuff like that. And then there's the prayer, the monk. I don't know. I don't know that Scryer, I think, Clan Scryer. There's a lot of different clans, and I forgot because I didn't brush up on it tonight.
It's all good. It's
But
all
yeah, yeah. I actually painted all those Skaven not for 440K. I just had a so I went in the trope of the rats are going to be part of the thief network in a town in D&D,
nice.
but they're trying to convert all the people into were rats. So they use the bell in order to. So it's a little like Warhammer thrown into D&D.
Nice.
So they had to use the bell and start converting a town, and the heroes had to make friends with these people. So this way they can join the faction. So this way they can fight. They're going to actually fight Tiamat at the end of this. So it's going to be like
Oh, that's
epic.
awesome. We encountered in the campaign I'm in, we encountered some were rats a few times, and but recently we made their craft list, and because we got into a back alley brawl with some of their members, and the party was kind of, especially I think the killing blow came from I think well I'm not sure which one of our party members. It could have been me for all I remember, but one of us ended up killing one of the were rats, and as you know, they tend to travel in large packs, and so they
Oh
run
yeah.
kind of an under in the kind of the dock area, they kind of run some of the back alley gangs. And so now if we end up going through the dock area for any reason, we could be attacked on site, by a very large criminal network of were rats. So, and they've been building their numbers.
Oh my goodness.
And if anyone's familiar with the game Baldur's Gate, we are in Gale's hometown of Waterdeep, which is pretty cool.
Nice. Yes, I am playing Baldur's Gate. I love Baldur's Gate.
After talking with you these past few streams, I've started a new Baldur's Gate file. Um, and I made my character, basically my character from uh, the the campaign that we're playing in, the rogue monk.
Oh, nice.
So I was like, because
Yeah,
I'm enjoying that character so much, I'm like, all right, now I need to play this character in Baldur's Gate.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Brother Pyro Presea has been meaning to get back into Baldur's Gate. Good to see you, my brother. Man, long time no see. We need to hang out again. Darklight Dreamer, that's a man I'm going to be hanging out with in the morning. We're going to be playing some Phasmophobia and busting some ghosts.
Ooh, fun.
It's cool because it recently went for sale on, he doesn't currently have a PC he can game on, but it recently went on sale for PlayStation, and so yeah, it's a way for us to kind of hang out on weeks when I can't go visit him. So we can do some ghost busting together. And Darklight says
Come
Baldur's Gate is on my Christmas list this year. It's been years and I
heck
haven't
yeah.
seen a discount yet. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I,
that's a good game.
he says, I know it's worth the money, but dang, a brother is broke. I feel that, brother.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel that too.
Oh, and I
All
don't know
right.
if I said it, but X Gear Commander says, Happy freaking Friday. And man, all we had to do was mention the Legion of the Damned and just like summoning him. I'm a,
Yes.
well, I haven't seen it discounted more than 10% anyways. Yeah, that's true. It's definitely been a successful and thus very few discounts going for that series. All right, we've got our brothers set up to begin the basing here.
Oh yeah, definitely. So I'm gonna pick this guy right here. Blood Claw number. I don't know. Well, I'm going to call him Darius. I don't know why. I just the name came to mind. Darius is going to come off of his base. His holding handle, ghetto holding handle here. You know, the thing is like, it's not like I don't have handles. I do. I have a lot of cool hand. I've magnetic handles, all kinds of handles and stuff like that. I just don't care about these, and I could paint on them and I could break them and I don't feel bad. And it's like the older I get, the more I have to spare.
Oh my
A lot
gosh.
of these
Dude,
things.
I have to say, I'm doing the same thing. I currently have a bunch of pill bottles that I paint on, and I have a couple of nice GW painting handles, but I don't want to airbrush or even when I rattle can, I'm like, oh, I don't want to get paint on it. It's too nice.
So what I'm using to stick onto this is Loctite Fun Tack, and usually comes in blue strips like huzzah. Um, and I really like these. I have others as well. Gorilla has some nice ones. So what I'm going to do is I'm taking this off the peel bottle, but I'm leaving that blue tack on the bottom. I want to take a little piece, not too much that it elevates the model. I kind of want it to sit flush onto the base. And what I'm going to do is mount this onto the base just with that tape, I'm sorry, the fun tack. So I'm going to put it in the edge and put it exactly where I want to. This is an interesting one because it's kind of like leaning forward and his leg is back. So I'm just going to get this. It's not, of course it's not working because it's a stream. Have I ever had a problem with it? Nope. But I'm on stream, so of course I'm gonna have a problem. Anyway, I varnish these so I can touch them. You know, I remember to varnish them. Usually I don't. So once you stick them down, there it is. It's not coming out. It's pretty good. It's pretty sturdy there. I pressed it down on both sides with my fingers just to make sure it's really tight on there and it's really snug. And you need that because we're going to put it through its paces. The first thing that I am going to do is I am going to get a pine bark piece, which are over. They look like this, and you can get them in any big box store. I think I got mine at Walmart, in their nursery area with their plants and stuff like that.
Okay.
Not baby nursery. And this pine bark, if you look at it closely, it has like little ridges. It's like automatically rock. The size of 28 millimeter rock, and it looks pretty bad arse if you like me. So it's like slate actually, because slate has those ridges that you can see it grow after time. And look at these things. These things are amazing. So what I do with these pieces, I'm not going to use these per se, maybe that guy right there, because I don't really need much. You buy one bag of these things, I recommend you put them in the oven for 350 degrees. Wait till the oven is heated to 350 degrees. Put them on a baking tray that you will wash, and you bake them because you never know what kind of microorganisms are living in these things, especially because they store them a little damp in the store and they put them on top of each other. Now, I don't know if that's because rain fell on them or that's the way they come to keep them fresh and not brittle. They keep them them a little moist. Well, moistness is the opposite. It's not your friend because it's going to get moist once you put glue on it, and it's going to expand just a little bit so it can fit snugly onto the base. But the thing is really, really good. Now I do have coconut shreds as well, but we're not doing a jungle scene, so I'm not going to do coconut fiber, which is really good for jungle kind of areas, but that's for a different story. Right now, we're doing the ice world of Fenris. So I'm going to pick a piece that I like the most. I'm going to pop it up and take that piece and break it up into little pieces like this. And I can cut however I need to. I can snap off the pieces easily with my hand. And then if you have a piece that's possibly too tall, right, and would not fit, you take your hobby blade and you can actually insert it at any point. At any point, and it's so soft that you can actually reduce the height of it. So now you have something that you can use, and it's versatile because you can have it at any height you want. You want to clip off this piece because it doesn't look good? It clips off as if it was GW plastic. This thing is awesome. I really love it, and it's something that does not leave my side. However, the applications are somewhat limited. You need to have rocks in your terrain. If you want rocks in your bases, then yes, this is definitely a go-to. It doesn't work for, again, any situation. Like sand, I don't think I put many of these in my sand bases because it doesn't seem like, for my Tau, maybe one or two, but it wasn't definitely a theme. But when it comes to Fenris, I'm thinking rocks and crags and everything else is trying to kill you. Perfect. I would think Catachan too might be perfect for this kind of thing too. All right,
Very
enough
cool.
rambling. Let's get this sucker on. I'm thinking it's a little too big, so I'm going to cut it up to the base till a point I like. That seems okay. Yeah, that seems pretty good. Maybe make it a little rounder over here on the edges. There you go. Nice little rock. And I'm going to put it into there. Maybe I just trim it a little bit more to make it a little thinner so it's closer to the base. Okay, there it is. And the thing about these little rocks, this substrate right here, you could also add it to your base too as little bits of rock as well, since it's the same material. All right, I'm happy with this rock, and I'm going to set it where I want to go just to see if it fits between his legs just right. And that seems like it's pretty good. I also have a skull, and I got it from the Citadel, the Old Faithful Citadel skull package. I still have a brand new box of these that are unopened, just in case I needed more. But this thing is the gift that keeps on giving, and I haven't used the trophies yet, which is fun. And then I have these, but I got a lot of stuff.
Very cool.
I gotta get some stuff from Epic Basing because they seem really, really cool. But I just have so much basing material right now. I'm gonna wait until I use some of this stuff up, so it's motivating me to get more of the skulls onto the bases. And why wouldn't you, right? Okay, so a lot of people like to use white glue, and they've been told that if you're gonna do it, get glue all, right, and not school glue. But I found something else, something that I like even better, and that is Tribon 3 Ultimate wood glue. Because it is waterproof, and you need that because you're going to varnish things, right? And it's going to be wet and it's going to be moist and stuff like that. And this puts a waterproof kind of coat onto it. Also, it's not as brittle as white glue. Now, I had a Terminator, my Space Wolf Terminator, and I was at the game store, and the dreaded thing happened. I accidentally bumped into it, and it fell on the floor. Now, it was saved, but the most interesting thing happened. The entire base, since I glued it in white glue, came off the plastic, the black plastic. So this was bare. It looked like this, like a brand new one, right? And then everything in the base came off. And that's because the white glue, it had shrunk, and it did adhere very well to this plastic. So when it hit the floor, It hit with such an impact force that it jarred it and it separated it from it. And I was like, that's a little concerning. So I super glued those two together. And I said, there has to be a different glue. Now, this glue does bond to the plastic pretty well. Like I've never dropped it and it never came off and I never had a problem with it. Plus, I think it's a little bit easier to work with because I think it's a little bit thicker and doesn't dry as easily and get all over the place. And I think that's in part with the special nozzle this has. As you see, it's tapered, sort of like almost to a point, which helps with pouring the stuff instead of having just one dot. Okay, enough rambling about these products. And I'm going to put some on. So I'm going to use the tapered edge. Hopefully you can see that. Can you see that? Hopefully you can. And I'm going to put some right in the middle. Okay, and some on this side right here. Now what I'm going to do is going to take this metal clay shaper, and I like the metal ones simply because you could pretty much touch anything with these things. You know, you can start stirring your isopropyl alcohol with these things. It doesn't matter. They're steel, right? They're going to go through anything, and you can always clean them off. So I use them to spread this stuff around. Now remember, the thicker you have any kind of glue, the longer it's going to take to dry. Because thickness is a thing, you know. You have usually you dry in layers when it comes to resin. This is similar, except for you're not using UV rays. But the thicker the thing is, the longer it's going to take to dry. So this one is thick enough that it'll cover everything, but not thick enough that I'm going to spend forever waiting for it to dry. Okay, I'm going to take my tactical rock of rockiness, and I'm going to just pop that in there. Very, very simple. I am going to take that clay shaper and I can move this rock around now. And when I've got the place where I like it the most, I'm going to pat it down, like squeeze it straight down and then let go. And that's it. Second part is super easy, and why you need the Loctite Fun Tack or any strong tacky kind of sticky poster tack is because we're going to get some tried and trusted road gravel that I got from the end of the driveway. And I'm going to put it in there. See how he's just laying in there, and I pushed all the rocks to one side, and I'm gently going to let the avalanche take over the base. And now he's just sitting in rocks. See that? Sitting in rocks. I'm going to go the avalanche on the opposite side, and it's going to release it. Okay. The glue sometimes wants to shift, so take your finger and kind of go around the base, removing any kind of excess and pushing the rocks towards the center. So this way they're not overhanging. Now that's just a personal a taste of mine because I like to be super neat. And but if you like something on the wilder side, then don't take it off. You know, let it drip down your bases if you want to. That's the fun of this hobby. You have a lot of choices to make. But my choice is I like it and prefer it cleaner, and that's it. Now that you have the rocks on there, you could play with it with the shaping tool now. Now you can start, it's almost like sculpting. Do I want a higher rock pillar over here? Yeah, I could push some rocks a little closer together and make a little rock pillar. I can make overhangs. You should start creating. See, some people just put it in the rocks and that's it, done, right? But, you know, if you want to make sure that everything adheres, you're going to have to pat everything down. And if you're going to pat everything down, why not shape it to the way you want it to look, right? It's also just another part of the hobby. Just like building your models and customizing your models, you're creating this base. Now, a lot of thing that I do love to use is a lot of AK Interactive ground surfaces, like textured sand or something like that for a lot of my bases. But again, this is Fenris's base, and this is the way I go to make it easy. Okay. Now you see that the base is done. That's when you rip your blood claw right off. And you take a larger piece of the poster tack and or tweezers, which I have over here. I don't see the larger bit of poster tack, so I'm just going to go for the tweezers and pull the remainder of it off. I'm just going to take the rest of it off over here. And now the hard part. See this? All this was the easy part. The hard part is remembering that this base goes with this guy. because yeah, you're laughing because you know. Because when you're doing so many, and you have so many bases prepared like this. And what I do is I keep my blood claws in a straight line, and each one is exactly the right base for the right person. So all I have to do is put this towards the windowsill that I have over here, and I have the blood claws lining behind it like this. And this way, this blood claw was with this base, and this blood claw is with this base. So that's how I organize it right there. But these are the bases, and they are primed and ready to go. And these are the bases that I'm going to paint. I'm going to let this guy and one thing that I like to do to keep them together, check this out. Check this out. This is a little fun. I'm going to put a little poster tack on here, and then I'm going to take this poster tack, this fun tack over here, and I'm going to make a sausage. You know how you make the Play-Doh sausages? I'm going to roll it back and forth until it becomes like a little snake or a sausage, you could say. And I'm going to put it onto the base like this. Just attach it on the bottom, right? Why, Rob? Why are you doing that? Because I can put this base now onto this pill bottle and put this marine onto this pill bottle. So I will know without a shadow of a doubt that this bottle goes on that base. They don't get mixed up. Okay. So that's an easy way to do it. But when you paint it, definitely coordinate it like this. Have a straight line of the, I mean, you don't have to, but I recommend you have a straight line of the blood claws that you need to for each base, and in that order specifically. And you put these on the painting stick, and you go with my favorite primer, which is a rattle can. It's not Krylon, it's Rust-Oleum, and it's the camouflage black because that is really ultra black, and I love it. So, anywho, here I have these people. You are going to dry, and I'm going to show you how, now that you got this, let it dry, prime it up, make sure that it's nice and dry, and I'm going to show you how to do the second part, which is how to paint it once I clean up my desk. So I'll let you know when I am ready, and we could talk about something in the news.
Absolutely. Just a quick follow up on that, which you did mention, let it dry, but I just wanted to really mention that if your PVA doesn't dry fully by the time you apply rattle can primer, there's some kind of reaction that happens that causes it to bubble up, and it makes some very unsightly bulges in your paint job. And so
Yeah.
definitely you want to make sure that your glue is dry separately, and then also, after you prime, your primer is dry. I make
Yeah,
the
we don't want
mistakes.
unsightly bulges.
Yeah, we only like sightly bulges.
Yeah. I'm going to throw that skull on there too while I'm at it. I forgot to add that, but there it is. It's good. It's good. You dry.
Nice.
Okay. All right.
Also, when you talk
Only
about
slightly bulges.
attaching with your Play-Doh sausage, I had to resist the urge to be myself and let you continue your very professional style teaching, because I wanted to be like, I've rolled plenty of sausages in my time. And then like the Star Wars meme with Play-Doh, right?
Yeah.
With Play-Doh, right?
Right. Dear God, man. All right.
Talking about busting some ghosts with Darklight, he says, uh, yeah, hell yeah, ghost hunting. And he goes, ghost facers, which is a supernatural reference for anyone who doesn't know. Ghost facers were the wannabe ghost hunters that followed around Sam and Dean for a little while. And he says, hey, BT Dubs, just so you know, Ghost Facers did like a 10-episode web series. I'm going to check that out.
Mhm.
Also, he quoted you when you were like, when you you put the glue on and you added the rock, and you're like, get yourself a rock or something. And he did the TM because it's like, trademark, quote it, put that on a t-shirt.
Get yourself a rock or something. I mean, come on.
It's
This
perfect.
is what we do.
All right.
Yeah.
So we ended our channels of the week with this lovely banner of these Ultramarines here. And our first article, World Championships Preview, Captain Titus battles the Necrosaur Amentar for the 500 Worlds of Ultramar. Captain Titus
Captain Titus.
returns. Yes.
Captain. Yes.
Someone has earned
Yes.
a promotion since Space Marine
Space
2.
Marine 3. That's what's gonna be,
Yes,
baby.
sir.
Captain Titus.
Yeah, I love that Captain Titus is back. And he looks amazing with the big cloak and the fur around his shoulders. I love cloaks that have the fur around the shoulders. It just looks so
I
cool.
just got Captain Titus. Now I gotta get another one. Damn you,
Right.
GW, take
We
my
got
money.
we got Lieutenant Titus. I kind of regret getting Lieutenant Titus knowing that, there's a Captain Titus now. Like, oh man.
I know.
If I had
It's like
just waited.
Pokemon.
Why didn't I wait? That's okay. I'll have the progression. That's
Yeah, it's like Martius Calgarth with me.
what's really sad is I kind of want to do a Death Watch Titus too, because at the beginning of
Yeah.
the game in Space Marine 2, he starts off as a Death Watch lieutenant,
Yes.
and
Yes.
he looks so cool in that, and so I want to recreate that at some point.
He certainly does.
Uh,
Oh,
so there's Titus, Captain Titus. By the way, let's everyone take a look at this model and how amazing it looks, and he is making the chainsword look good. Now, often I feel like on many special characters, the chainsword's kind of a waste because it's your most basic weapon. It used to be AP0. Thankfully, nowadays they're AP1. But it's like the most basic weapon. And I'm always like, when you have a named character that has a basic, chainsword, like it just feels wrong sometimes. Hopefully, it gets like some upgraded rules like Teeth of Terra, which would be awesome. Um, but like on him, it works. Like he's got the tactical rock. Oh, and then you were like, some bases need a rock, and I'm like, GW always says the most important characters needs a tactical rock.
I want the 1-to-1 scale tactical rock. I really do. Yeah, man.
Just imagine
Definitely.
you having to lug this like 40-pound stone into every game shop you play in.
I
uh,
would not. That just be a part of my collection in my game room. Like I have the tactical rock.
yeah, when you
I don't
when
know
you
what
game at home, that would be so cool.
I would put it on every thumbnail, like me standing on the tactical. It's just different poses.
I
Oh my
also,
gosh.
like Titus has seen some shit between Space Marine 1 and Space Marine 2. I also
Oh
love
yeah.
that his face looks grizzled, older, more definitely like war has slapped this man in the face a few times.
Oh
So
yeah.
I love that about this model. I'm super enamored and excited for this model. He said some of these though will go into early next year, so who knows? They didn't. I don't think they gave any estimate for any of these. He just said into 2025, but that was for everything they announced today. So who knows? But he's cut.
Uh,
Say what?
brother, I'm gonna need to use the restroom. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, it's all good. And I hope it is more 2025 because I'd like to get past the Christmas season before giving into more FOMO. Uh, a year from now, he'll be Chapter Master Titus. Announced for Space Marine 4, Chapter Master Titus. Not to be confused with Captain Titus. Titus. Oh, no, 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 not Titus. I don't care what Kingdom Hearts says. I love Kingdom Hearts, but they're never going to convince me that that is the correct pronunciation of Titus. Yep. All right. Oh, man. So, Captain Titus will be coming out with the Wardens of Ultramar. A very cool looking box set coming out. Uh, let's see. Oh, of course, he's getting promoted to the captain of the second company. As for Captain Acheron, the former leader of the second company, well, there's usually only one way a Space Marine job opens up. We'll be taking a closer look at that next week. Ooh, looks like somebody's getting an early retirement. Although it reminds me of all those mafia movies that say there's only one way you leave this life. Even the most exceptional men cannot rule alone, and Titus's adventures have taught him that humans and space marines alike have plenty to offer his command team. His new miniature comes with an entire unit of helpful advisors and confidants, known as the Wardens of Ultramar, some of whom you may recognize. Newly promoted at Titus's express recommendation, despite his relative youth among veterans, is Ancient Gadriel. Hefts the massive banner of the Second Company and can be found in thickest of the fighting alongside the captain's mentor, veteran Sergeant Mataris. Mataris, I think is the way they had said it in the preview video. Both have ample experience fighting alongside Titus, and he values their advice above all others. And just for reference here, of course, Gadriel was your companion in Space Marine 2, and Mataris was introduced in the animation Secret Level. So it's pretty cool. On the shorter side, Gaius Silva commands a vast fleet of Ultramarin defense ships and is an expert at handling the tensions between an overworked mortal crew and their often pitiless masters, making him an essential part of Titus's muster. Amelia Minervis is a highly respected legatus in the Ultramar defense and serves as the command team's liaison to its legions of human soldiery. Lucia Vesta joins Titus's war councils as a valued, oh my gosh, they're wrecking me here, plenipotentiary and diplomat whose key negotiating skills have saved the Second Company from needless battle on countless occasions. Gotta have a good negotiator, just like the Sins division of the Turks, right, Darklight? While sharp-tongued and forthright Daniel Cornelius is a veteran astropath who has survived for over 100 years in the Ultramarines' employ. And some up-close pictures of Gadriel. And if you look, I think they captured the face of the Space Marine 2 character very well. And of course, he's got some blinged out, customized armor, and the banner looks good too. So really great work to them. They've definitely stepped up their game sculpting faces lately, I think.
Oh, yeah. All the models look gorgeous. Where are we up to?
We just finished all this Ultramarines characters.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm really excited. They're making me very tempted to pick up some Ultramarines characters and
could be a good
paint up a force.
I was just
I won't do more than 20 1,000 plays.
I just realized that there's a scrolling banner here. Here, if anyone has watched the animation Secret Level, is the mentor that actually recruited Captain Titus into the Ultramarines. And he's got a helmeted and non-helmeted option here. Again, fantastic looking face.
Uh-huh.
And of course here are the other ones. We've got, I think that's the negotiator, of course, the leader of the human combatants. Of course, they mentioned on the live stream that this person has both an envoy, herald kind of role where they bring message of the coming of the captain of the Second Company, but also acts as a scout. So I think she could possibly be the negotiator orator, as who I would want as my herald. But they say she's also got like a scout kind of role too. So she goes ahead of the army not only to announce their presence, but to really scope the situation out for the captain. And of course, the surviving astropath of more than 100 years. So pretty cool models there. I think even the human models all look really cool. What's really interesting is the soldier model very much looks, and I'm sure they've probably gone to the same, what do you call the academy that the Scions and Inquisitors and whatnot go to. But um, anyways, it's very much the same style of armor as the Lord Solar for the Imperial Guard, which is cool.
Navigator School? Is that?
Not the Navigator School. It's one where they send the it's like the elite of the Imperial Guard and stuff like that. Commissars go there. The Tempestus Scions go there, and some of the Inquisitors study there. I'm sh-
Study, huh?
I'm sure
Hmm.
that Pyro Per Se will tell me. Uh, okay, in Titus, all throughout the Space Marine 2, no matter how big the emergency is, I can only spare 3 men for you. And Pyro Per Se says later when he gets promoted to chapter master, he can still only get 3 men for his squads. Just Gilliman telling him as a chapter master, I can only spare 3 men. Gamesburger. Okay, the school I was trying to remember is the Schola Progenium. Thank you so much, Gamesburger.
Ah, yeah, the Progenium.
I knew chat would have us covered.
No doubt. Holding it tight.
So the Necrosaur Amentar is the new big bad for the upcoming uh, 500 Worlds campaign. Necrosaur Amentar is thought by many people to be the genesis of the Destroyer Curse, and by others to be entirely mythological. A parable of guilt and betrayal that harkens back to the shattering of the Catan. Strangely, all memories of its origin appear to have been forcibly removed from the collective Necron psyche, and though only the Silent King has the authority to make such sweeping modifications, and he's not the most talkative of people. Insert the meme
Hence his
of
name.
huh?
Hence his name.
Yeah, oh yeah, hence his name. Insert the meme of Lord of the Rings. All right then, keep your secrets.
Is it secret? Is it safe?
Avatar is very real, however, and labors with surprising lucidity on its crusade to eradicate all life from the galaxy. Those who don't know, the Necron destroyers and those affected by the Destroyer curse take on, even for the Necrons, as kind of an undead uh, vibe where they just seek to kill, eradicate life. And oftentimes, they have to be kind of contained until they're ready to be let loose on a battlefield because they're hard to control. They're just obsessed with one thing, and that's eradicating life. So it's like your berserkers that you just kind of put in a cage until they're ready to be let out, and woe on to whoever gets in their way. And this
It's
guy
like
is
me
thought
in traffic.
exactly. And so this is thought to be where the origin of that curse. It all allegedly starts with this guy. I also like that his tail is done in a way that's like appears to be like a big serpentine spine. Like somebody ripped his spinal cord and it just kept going, just like it's very cool.
Oh,
The very presence of the Necrosaur is enough to corrupt the minds of Necrons, from the humblest warrior to the noblest overlord, and it commands vast hordes of enthralled soldiers. These guys are legit like robot zombies. A legit selection of those converted into brutally efficient destroyer warriors can be yours to command with the new 500 Worlds Battalion Necrons box, containing a Hexmark destroyer, 3 Scorpic destroyers, 3 Ophidian destroyers, and 2 Lockhurst heavy destroyers, along with a pair of attendant plasmacytes. Actually, that seems like a pretty strong box if anyone's getting into
yeah, it is.
Necrons. I have faced off against a big squad of Scorpic destroyers along with the Scorpic Lord, and they are damn scary to get into combat with. So, um, and then of course the big destroyers with the big guns can definitely like bring even your big tanks and whatnot low. So this is a pretty good box set, especially if somebody were to slap like 2 of these together. I think it'd make a pretty damaging core, and then you just fill out your point skitters, your warriors and stuff. You may have seen the next chap already, but pretend you didn't. It's just as awesome and unexpected as it wouldn't have been if he didn't slip his bonds a little too early. Hence, they're referring to the leak that happened with this miniature. But it's the Catan Shard of the Nightbringer.
Yes. I need this model.
Oh man,
GW, take my money.
I really love the way they've done like a prismatic metal effect on all of his skin. It's just so cool.
I can't wait to paint it.
I can't wait to see you paint it, brother.
I want to learn how to do prismatic painting. I'll probably be bad at it until I get good at it. That's how you do these things.
Yes, yeah. Just like what's his name? Jake from Adventure Time says that sucking at something is the first step to being kind of good at something.
Yep. Because you
Oh man,
care enough to keep going at it.
man, this is I even though she doesn't even currently play, I feel like somebody needs to get one of these for Lily's Necrons. I'm not looking for a reason to just get miniatures. No, this is for Lily. It's for Lily, guys. It's for Lily. It comes
Yes.
with this quartet of books in this nice little folder. Titus, of course, uh, along with this headline book packed with lore. So Titus is the lore book, miniatures, photography, glorious artwork. Titus includes the Titus set includes the War on the Vespator Front, which is the campaign book. Um, and pits three alliances against each other in a bid to control territories and capture critical locations. Of course, the campaign book also comes with this massive map that they showed on the stream, which was cool. The also in the slipcase is Dread Incursions, a boarding action supplement. So I don't know about if anybody in chat, if any of you have played boarding actions, I find boarding actions uh, very enjoyable. So it's kind of cool that
Hmm.
they've got a new way to play that. Interesting, they had a video made from the secret level animation. Yes, and I don't know if you were in the chat yet when I mentioned, but the Blade Guard veteran sergeant in Titus's new cadre is actually his mentor from the secret level animation.
Love that.
He's the leader for the Ophidian destroyers, indeed. So Space Marine 3 is leaning towards Necrons, then I take it. Hasn't been officially announced, but that's how it's looking. Uh,
Yep.
if we go by the miniatures, I would definitely I'd put money on it. I still need to paint the Titus model I got out of the Space Marine board game box. Yeah, same here. Rob and I were just talking about how
Yeah.
we both got the Lieutenant Titus. I'm like, oh man, I kind of wish I'd waited for the captain. If I knew the captain was coming,
Yeah, right?
it's it's all good though. It's all good. And actually, I think it'll be cool because I want to do Lieutenant Titus. I want to find a model that I can convert for Deathwatch Titus because he looks so cool. And
Yeah.
then when I do Captain, it'll be like a little progression, you know.
That is cool.
And maybe I'll even find a Firstborn model to do as Firstborn Titus before he became the lieutenant. You know,
Oh, yeah.
uh, Firstborn the non-Primaris captain, and then I could have a
Mhm.
full, you know, timeline of different Tituses in model form. So we got boarding actions. Okay, so yeah, campaign book, boarding actions. Oh, and Titus detachments. Did it say what's in Titus detachments? No, it doesn't actually say what's in that one. Hmm. Hmm. Well, that one's going to be a mystery for now. So that is this article. That's one of the coolest thing for me. Of course, I am an Ultramarine fanboy, so that just makes sense to me. But we're going to cut back to Brother Rob for the next step in our tutorial.
Oh, cool. Absolutely. I'm just shaking some paint. I
Oh,
love this paint shaker. I like this paint shaker better than the last one that I had that you pressed on it and it went down. This is a little more sturdy, and it'll shake it for 2 minutes straight if you let it, or you can control the speed. See,
it'll
that's what I like
shake,
about
shake,
it.
shake, shake it like a Polaroid picture.
Sure. Well, actually, the way I like this a little better is simply because the GW caps get logged with paint and stuff like this. This has a circular motion, so the paint never gets onto the cap. So this way, the paint won't clog in the back anymore. So that's pretty good. It'll mitigate some of that because I hate taking these little bits off because they do come off. They come off completely. I'm going to rip this sucker right off to show you. See? They come right off and you can clean this sucker and then put it right back on. So it's not really hard at all. I just have to push it down all the way around, just like that. Yep, it's already on. Like, I'm gonna have to do that. Anyway, uh, and there's that. So relatively easy to do when you have dry paint. But if you do in a circular motion like this, no dry paint on the tip, that'll help you go. Any Housers. I do have one of these, and what I am going to do for the rest of them is I'm going to kind of leave them on here, and I'm going to paint them in this order. But the reason I took one off is because I want to show you guys and be able to manipulate it a little more easily on this cap. Now, this is just a wine bottle cap. Shout out to, I know the owner, Red Heifer Winery, who gave me these sponsor. I mean, I guess unintuitively. So yeah, very good, very good. Their blueberry wine is absolutely amazing. So if you like wine, Red Heifer Winery, hit it up in Maryland. You see a co-teacher that has and owns that. Anyway, hooked me up with a lot of these. I put it down to a little board. This is for sneakers. This right here. It's this chipboard, I think it is, or whatever it's called. I think it's called chipboard. I'm not sure. But it's very thick. And then I hot glue this onto this, and I have a little pedestal to work with. Really cool when you want to put heads on things. You just put a nail there, put a little poster tack on the top. I'll give you another one so you can look at it. Put a little poster tack on the top, and you can get the skull of or the head of any miniature on there, and you just stick it on there, and really easy to manipulate. You can do it with two fingers. Can you do it with two fingers? All right, anyway. I'm going to continue. I digress. So we're going to start off. This is how technically savvy I am. I use a darker gray and a lighter gray to cause contrast. Does it matter? Not really. In fact, you can even do a bluish gray. It would come out with a different effects. Or you can do a medium gray if you don't want to go totally light. Or you can do all three. See, the thing about painting is you don't have to feel restricted to a recipe per se. I try different things all the time. If I'm ever bored and I feel like something is a slog, I'll just change up the colors and see what happens. Like, if I'm gonna make a mess, then at least it's more interesting than having a slog on my hand. But anyway, for this one, I'm using Payne's Gray, and it's Pro Acryl Signature Series, and this is one of the ones from Vince Ventruola's collection. There it is. That I was actually gifted to by James Meeks, who wanted me to paint up the Russ for 30K. And he said, take your time. So it was pretty cool. I did no airbrush on that thing. I just painted away, and it took forever, and I enjoyed every second of it. I can't wait for the plastic Russ. Anyway, I digress. I'm going to take this Payne's Grade over here from Monument Hobbies. Again, you can go for any medium gray or darker gray, or you can mix white and black together until you get a gray. This Payne's Gray is being a pain out of the bottle. I don't know about these. Okay. Ooh, that's a lot. That's all right. I have like 20 to do tonight, but that's okay. Squish this. Put that in there. And I like using these cups too, because with the 2020 Sotar that I have, has a nice little small little needle. And I don't want anything to clog into there. And they're prone to clogging into there. Me and my many airbrushes. Okay. What I'm also going to do is I'm also going to prepare the lighter gray into the cup. And this is medium gray from Vallejo, but also GW, same exact color equivalent is the one that I use for the Tau, which is, that's a good one, Celestial Gray, I believe it was. And let's see if I can squeeze some of that out of this bottle. Nope, it's been a while, huh? Okay, I'm going to take this tool here, which is pretty much a needle. I'm going to throw that in there. I'm going to open it up, and it should be okay. Oh, give it to me, baby.
I
All
usually
right,
have the
anyway.
opposite problem. When it's been too long, the paint comes out too fast.
Like pre-paint?
Yeah, like pre-paint.
Okay. You sly dog, you. Uh, this sucker's really not playing by the rules for some reason. Of course, live stream. Okay, I am going to take the top off. And yeah. Okay. Oh my goodness, look at that. That is thick. Look at that. It congealed. I'm going to save it. I'm going to show you how to save paint like that and shoot it through the airbrush. All right, that's thick as all get out. Now looking at all that, I'm going to add some more of this in. Come on. Okay, there. That was a lot. I love this because it's like a really blue, dark blue gray. And that's exactly what we're going for, really cold colors for the bases, because the warmth is going to come from the shoulder pads and the decals, the red, and it's going to pop on the miniature. But everything else you want to be cold, not pop color. And although you can throw a pop color in there, like the rules for art are so subjective that you could just throw anything with anything and try it out and have some fun. If you don't like the way you look, paint over it. All right. First thing I'm going to do for airbrush mixture is airbrush flow improver. I'm going to start out there and generously, especially this guy. All right, there it is. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to mix it with the opposite end of one of my brushes. Pull out my Chibo brush, and I'm going to start mixing this together. And just getting that flow improver in there. And what this does is eliminate water tension that you might have when you're going to add water to this. And this way you don't get like this ring or spotting when it dries. So speaking of water, let's get some of that water. Okay. I love these like tattoo sprayer bottles of water because I just like, Rob, what are you doing? You're off camera. All right, anyway. I'll mix this up. What have you? No, we're pretty good. And I have a whole bunch in here now. I could paint a whole lot of stuff. Well, I should not put water on this. There it is. I'll get that out of the way. You know, now that this is wet, I should put it on a pile of decals. No, Rob, don't do that. Don't ever say I don't never make Tabletown wet. All right. All right, this is pretty good. How can I tell? Because I'm going to put it up the sides right here, and it's pretty fluid. I can say it's going to be a lot more mixing with the other one because the other one is really like congealed. But I'm going to save it. I'm going to save it and I'm going to use it because I don't like wasting money. Like you with potatoes and challenges. We don't waste money in this house.
Yeah, we don't
I
waste
love
food.
that video. Oh, I love that video so much. It's one of my favorites you've done. That and I don't know, there's a couple other. Okay, I'm going to turn on my air compressor, which is attached to the Sotar 2020. And I'm just going to do a base coat really quickly. So here I am just pouring some of this in. And the thing that I love the most is that when I mix it like that, I have more right here. It's fine. I have this in there, and it's not going to dry as quickly. It almost serves as a drying retarder because it's not water. And as you can see, got that light wool mist, and that's all we need. Now, I do not have my gloves anywhere near me, so my hands are going to get painted. I call it artist dirt. All right, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to come, obviously, you're going to come from the top, and you see how blue that is. That is like a really dark blue, but it dries a really dark gray, which is pretty amazing. And I'm just going to hit that over. All right, so this is the test model. I'm going to let that dry onto the side. I'm going to hit all the other ones while I'm at it. I'm going to show you how I batch paint this. Okay? Sorry. All right, so now I'm going to do them on the stick, and this is how I'm going to do them easily. So really quickly, Flowing from the edges, 45-degree angle, 90-degree angle, 0-degree angle to get the base too. Because I really got to get over the rocks. And I like working really quickly. All right, making sure I'm moving the airbrush around constantly, not allowing it to pool anywhere because you don't want drip lines. Yeah, drip lines, no bueno. Uh, I forgot to say S. No es bueno. That's uh, and you see how quickly and easily I can just blast through all of these. And that's how exactly how I like to work, especially if I'm batch painting. It's something that's quick and easy. You don't have to think too much about. And I like that. This is when I get into my zen. Now I'm going final coat, Payne's Gray. And we have plenty more. Plenty more. So this is still drying. I'm going to hit another set of these guys while I'm waiting for that other one to dry. So I'm going to set this down. Boom. I'm going to take my other stick that I have prepared. I'm going to paint that too. Might as well use up all the Payne's Gray while I'm at it. And you see how easy this could be. You got your painter stick, which you have to be a little more creative at Lowe's and Home Depot to get your painter's mixing tip in Maryland, because they like to hide theirs and then charge $3 for their stuff. But if you buy paint there, they give you some for free. And then you could always ask, hey, do you have any more of the longer sticks? I have a 5-gallon bucket that I'd like to mix up, and I don't have any stirring sticks. And they usually give it for free, unless they don't like you. And then they say, no, you have to pay the $3. But, all right. These are looking like champ, really getting a nice thick coat. Notice how I do the first coat first, it's little tucking the things. I'm doing a little burst like this. And then when I'm done and it's tacky like that, it dried for a couple of seconds, I'll do the sweeping motions. All right. So that's how I do it to prevent any kind of drips or anything like that. If you stay on one spot, it's going to drip. That's just the way of the nature of the beast, so to speak. But yeah, so I have a lot of this Payne's Gray, so I'm going to use it up. You got to notice over here, it was blue. Look at the color difference. Can you see it? I don't know if the camera can pick it up.
No, it
it's
definitely
like blue
looks
over
bluer.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a blue gray, and this is just going to be the base color right there.
It's a nice
So
color.
next up, yeah, right. That Payne's Gray is a really nice color.
Definitely seems
And
like it'd work
it
nicely
really
for
does.
building up a black, with like not straight black colors.
Exactly. It's just that off black color that's very cold, almost like a midnight blue. All right, I'm going to take this pasty looking thing and I'm going to start stabbing it. So this is similar to what you do with like oil paint, right? You have this big old blob of stuff and you're pressing it in. Now, I like to mix I'll let that dry. I like to mix oh wait, airbrush. You go off. I'm going to set a lot of water in you. So this way you're not completely dry with dry paint waiting in there. It's just, that's a recipe for disaster. I'm going to clean this off. Okay. All right. We're going to mush and brush. So anybody who's ever had a oil paint wash, and try to do something so you can get into the recesses with oil paints, we'll know exactly this technique right here, which is just smashing it down, getting into liquid consistency. Again, you got to do with the medium, the airbrush flow improver first before you throw the water in. You kind of have to mix that together and then the diluted form into the water. It works best for me that way. It's easier to keep track of when you have less fluid inside the container and you're smishing it. You can easily locate what area is still not dissolved. But if you have a whole bunch of water in there, you're going to have to fish around for that piece that has not dissolved yet, which can be a pain. So I'm just trying to limit the amount of grief I have there. And now you can get any kind of like sky gray or light gray, or again, you could take your white and put a little bit of black in it if you don't want it pre-mixed. It really doesn't matter. It's the contrast for the dark blue to the light gray that's really going to make it stand out, and it's going to make it pop, because this is a high contrast. This is a super light gray. It's not even transitioning lightning. Then what we're going to do, though, in order for it to transition nicely, that looks like pretty good. Let me add the water now. Is what we're going to do is we're going to take this, that's nice, and we're going to pour into our dirty paint cup that has the blue. And what we're going to do is going to make a medium step color up, so the contrast is not as stark. So you have the base, the low tones. You're going to create the mid tones here. We're going to do it together on screen, and then we're just going to shoot this as your highlight. So it's the same thing. You're stepping it up, but you're using the available colors that you have. Now, the interesting thing that you have here that's going to be kind of funny is that you're going to take this full butt cup of paint into your airbrush, right? And you're going to dump the whole thing out. Watch. Yeet. All right. And what you're left with is a dirty cup. That's when you come in and you take a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and you're just going to pour some in there, right there. Now you have that. You take your dirty paintbrush, and I'm mixing it right in the cup. That's that dirty mixing that you like to do, Mythos. So it's very similar, a technique you can really sink your teeth into. And there it is. See that? That's a middle color between this and this. I just made a half step. Okay? That was easy enough. You take it, dump it, you put a little bit of the light color, you got the mid-tone. Okay. Now you got your mid-tone. You have to say, where do I want to highlight? Okay. So you want things to go just like you have your swords, like your power swords, right? You go from light to dark to light to dark. That means a contrast. That's what you're going to do. Down here at the flat part area, I usually stuff with snow, or if you miss an area and you're trying to replicate this and you're watching this video and you miss any area, don't worry about it. We got some snow. All right, we're going to come into it a little bit later. We even have some ice sparkles to make it sparkly. So that's pretty good. And we'll get it into that. But first thing is first, let's get that mid-tone on. So the things you have to ask yourself, what do I want brighter? Well, I want this tactical rock brighter. Okay, so I'm putting the air down. See that? And I'm slowly bringing it back just a little bit. Just a little bit until paint starts distributing. And then I take a look at it and see, is it covering? How's it doing? Now, it'll look like this. It's a little mist. I don't know if you can see it. Hopefully you can. It's a little mist. If I went all the way, it's this. Just a little mist, okay? All right, I'm gonna try that again. And I'm just gonna pull it back a little mist and lock. A little mist and done. A little mist and done. You know, I'm gonna check in between. I want these rocks over here to be highlighted. I'm gonna do it a little quicker. Mist and done, mist and done, mist and done, mist and done, mist and done. All right, and then I'm going to go far away to fade it out. I'm pulling back the airbrush to get an overall nice light color, but these rocks are a little highlighted. Now I want to go from another step. We went from this color to this color and created a mid-step, right? So now we're going to get rid of this completely, and now we're going to do a mid-step between these two colors. You see how you're gradually getting lighter, and the transition is going to be just... beautiful. I do this on my miniatures too. Again, I'm going to dump the cup. I'm going to put the lighter in. I'm going to spray a little out. Right? I'm going to mix it up. Yeah, forgot that. I'm going to mix it up. And now you got yourself a nice little in-between color there. Barely noticeable, actually. All right, we're going to blow some of the extra blue out really quickly. There it is. It's doing lighter now. All right. And I'm going to hit the rocks. Now I'm getting super close now because I'm going to pick out certain areas of the rock, like this side of the rock I want to hit. Why? Because that seems to be the highest point. I'm going to hit this side of the rock too. And this is too dark over here, so I'm going to hit a little spot over here. Now, if I had a little skull, On this base particularly, I would hit the skull as well. But the skull, you would hit in with some skull color later on, but I don't have any. But you can see that I'm not hitting it at a 45-degree angle at all. This is the straight 90-degree zenithal. Why? Because if you look at the rocks, you're going to see it light to dark, and that's going to create more contrast for you. How light do you want to go? Get light. All right. Now you're going to see it go from light to dark, creating some kind of contrast and a mid-tone and dark areas. So let me get this airbrush out of my hand so I can show you. So you got your highlights, you got your mid-tones sitting right next to a gradally darker area. In fact, you have next to black right there. So you have four colors essentially. You have your Payne's gray, you have your lighter color, and then you have your mid-step, and then you have your black, your original black. So there's a lot of colors going in for just a gray little base, but what it's adding is some kind of interest. It's not just because gray can be really dull. It could be really boring. And the last thing you want your model to be associated with is boredom, right? So you have to spice it up with some kind of color, some kind of contrast. So this way people are like, oh, wow, look at that base. And then they look at the miniature from the bottom up and they hit that face and you're like, wow, you locked them in, right? All this is just sort of an illusion because you're trying to control who's seeing its eye. You want it to go from the bottom up. Okay, enough preamble ramble over there. Now what I'm going to do is going to dump this cup and go for the pure highlight. So I'm going to clean this out completely. Flush this out. Okay, that's really good. That's really good. That's pretty. All right, I'm going to clean this off. La 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 la. I'm like a mad scientist. Okay, good. That's good. Now for the pure highlight. This is how much highlight I did. Ready? Okay. Make sure it's spraying. All right. I'm going to hit the air over here so this way I can make the highlight dry a little bit because it's still a little wet. And I'm going to hit it right at the tip. That's it. That's it. And that's it. So you see there's little points of light. It's almost like a specular highlight, but on the rocks.
Yeah, it's like
where you just have like a little dot.
Yeah, like the peak of the rock.
Yeah. Just piquing the interest right there. If I had a skull, I wouldn't do this step. I would just do the skull colors, which started with Talor and Sand and go all the way to Screaming Skull. You could even go as bright as Wraithbone if you want to with that. Steps and colors. But then again, mileage may vary. However you like it, that's what you do. But yeah, now it's starting to look like rocks. And really fancy rocks. Okay, so let's start getting our miniature prepared for this. This is the miniature that I have for this guy right here. Seems like he had a great day of killing here. Has the golden gun, like GoldenEye or something. I am quite the James Bond fan. In fact, my phone number ends in 007.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay, now we got all this going on. We're going to put this on the base and see what it looks like. Oh, that's looking sweet. Okay. Let's get some, my favorite glue. Loctite super glue. You can tell I'm a fan of Loctite. Only because I used to play Gran Turismo and the Loctite G34 Skyline was one of my favorite cars. And I built a 124 scale model car of it, and the Tamiya one, actually. And it's very good. All right. So, do I have any? I do. Instaset. Go Magnet Baron. He has no eyesight. He's blind. The Magnet Baron. He's a good guy, though. I forgot his name. I know I met him like 3 times, and I keep forgetting his name. I'm so sorry. This is probably a special place and HE double hockey sticks reserved for me. How dare you forget a blind guy's name, Rob? All right.
I mean,
Now that's going to dry. And hmm?
I was just gonna. You'll pay for that someday. Forgetting the name of someone who controls the power of magnets.
Yes. Yes, I am. All right, there he is running over the rock, all cool. I could still put a skull in there, but paint it up separately. I think if I wanted to add a skull in there at one point, I could just throw one on top of here with some poster tack, and then just paint the skull up, and then post it in there or push it in there. All right, I'm waiting for the quick dry of this quick setting thing to dry before I do anything else because that's alcohol based, so it shouldn't take too long. And I definitely don't want to turn on my hair dryer. I have no hair. He's like, why do you have a hair dryer? I think I can mute it while I do it. Can I
That
mute
is
it?
that is a cute little hair dryer too. That actually looks like it actually looks so alien to a normal hair dryer that it actually almost looks like a hobby purpose tool. You're still muted, brother. You are still muted, my brother. Brother Rob? Well, I will send him a message on Facebooks. But yeah, it's a pretty cool tutorial so far. What do you think, guys? Also, I realized that my music is not on the withcast. Where is my background music? Copy. If the music is too loud over our Wonderful Brothers tutorial, you guys let me know. All right. You guys let me know how that background music sounds. If it's too loud or whatnot. Man, looks like he had some trouble getting that lid off, huh? Apparently, AK Interactive knows how to seal their stuff. All right. We'll see. Now, I just sent that to his phone number. Maybe he'll catch you there. That's pretty cool. Seems like she's mixing that AK stuff into some water. I'm going to try calling him. Well, yeah. All right, well, that's that. uh, like a true professional, he's got his phone not accepting calls at the moment. So, hopefully he checks his phone sometime soon. Although it wouldn't be a Wolfbrother hobby show if there were no technical difficulties. That's how we do it around here. I've never used the AK stuff. I've been using Woodland Scenic Snowflock for years now. Because I bought one container, and over the years I have barely used any out of it. If you guys have ever bought flocking from Woodland Scenics, they come in a massive, massive container because they're meant for like railroad boards, and so I don't think I will ever get through using all of this blocking in my lifetime. I should do more of my armies as snow basing, honestly. I tend to try and change up my basing for every army, and I really should stop that because I have so much snow basing to use up. But if I didn't have a few lifetime supply worth of Woodland Scenics flocking, I would try the stuff out. It looks pretty cool while he's using it. Also, seeing the snow AK snow effect that he put down, it's easy to see why he mostly focused on highlighting the tactical rock, because the snow texture ended up going on most of the base except for the tactical rock. So definitely shows, having a plan of where you're going to put your snow effects and other effects on your basing could definitely save you some time. What I tend to do, unfortunately, is I don't plan out my snow effects at all, and I paint the whole base up, and then I decide afterwards where I'm putting snow, and I end up covering up some of that work. So it looks like he's worked smarter, not harder here. Hellwork says it's the best. Which one's the best, my brother? The AK terrain effects. AK does make great effects. I've used several of their other products. Never tried the snow though. Or you mean the Woodland Scenic stuff? The Woodland Scenic stuff, because you get like a lifetime supply every time you buy a tube. It's like $15 for the big container, but it lasts you a freaking lifetime. Unless, like, you're building boards. Woodland Scenics. Okay, yeah. They do really good stuff. Maybe if I try calling him on Messenger, I can interrupt his. Let me try that. I feel bad that he's been talking, teaching this whole time, but we're not able to hear him. So even though we don't know what he's talking how or what he's saying, we saw that he mixed a little bit of water into the AK snow terrain effects, and then after he put it across the whole base where he wanted to build up that snow texture, he put some of it neat out of the pot onto the base, and now he's taking some of those ice sparkles, which is just kind of crystallized glass, and sprinkling it lightly onto the snow effects while it's still wet, and it's going to add that kind of sparkle and sheen to the base, to reflect that some of the snow is still icy, and wet, like fresh powdered snow. Nah, I feel bad. I have tried his phone, Messenger, Discord. Oh man. But even though we can't hear his words, seeing what he's doing, we can kind of extrapolate his process. He's going for the zoom in. I think he's just realized. Or he's just making a funny face. I can hear you. You're still muted. You're still muted. Yeah. I still can't hear you. Are you off mute? Can anyone hear him? I can't hear you. Uh, I'll call you back.
Testing.
Hey, he's back.
I can't believe that.
Yeah,
How much of that did you miss?
when you you muted to hair dry, it never came off of mute. I am so sorry. I texted, I did Facebook Messenger, and like a professional, you had everything set to do not disturb. But I couldn't, yeah, I could get you.
I am so sorry, guys. I am so sorry. Hopefully, you saw that. I used the terrain snow. I mixed it up with water, and now I'm waiting for it to dry. And then the last bit, you got to put the black. You got to put the black rim on there. But that's definitely an easy way to do it. You want to put it on Sometimes rocks they melt first, so I don't put a lot of snow on the rocks itself.
Yeah.
Um, but definitely you can use it to cover up some of the stuff. And the snow on the shoe, I tapped it down because that's what the boot would simulate when it's crushing on the snow.
That makes
So
sense.
I did a little bit of that too. And
Yeah.
then I put the ice sparkles because they glisten.
I'm so sorry,
I
brother.
think that's
I,
good.
I was trying to extrapolate and convey to them what you were doing as you were going, but oh man, I'm sorry.
We're professionals around here.
Yeah,
Professional what? I don't know, but professional something.
I was telling him wouldn't
Speaking of
be.
which, I'm going to get this out of the way.
I was telling him it wouldn't be a Wolf Brother hobby show without some technical difficulties.
I am so sorry. That is 100% my bad.
That's all gravy, brother. It's all
Oh,
gravy.
I tried so hard.
I was telling him I feel bad
Oh,
because you can definitely see your enthusiasm with your, with your hand gestures, talking on camera. You're definitely excited on camera, like, and we can't hear any of it.
I revealed the winning Powerball numbers. You guys missed it.
No.
Sorry. Yeah. I have selective amnesia. It's gone now.
Welcome
Oh,
back, friendly neighborhood inquisitor. I hope your work goes well tonight. No, I forgot to mention that during my, well, not hobby update, but life update. I've been working out of town a lot lately, and I've been doing penetration tests, which is testing for breaches of security at different sites. Not even just my
exactly what it
sites,
sounds like.
but like
He's the boob inspector too.
and so they had me going to other people's sites because if I went to my own sites, my employees would probably recognize me because I visit the sites pretty often. So I went to some
Yeah.
of my coworkers' sites, and man, I hit up I did several things like just like instead of showing up dressed as a manager, I'd show up in hoodie, backwards baseball cap, just different kinds of outfits to not look like my manager self and trying to get in past security and make sure that they're following procedures and stuff like that. And, I mean, some of the places where we've had issues, which is simple stuff like, you know, because you have to, in some places, you gotta literally just flick a switch to open close the gate every time someone comes through, but like, there'd be some times where they don't feel like doing that, so they just leave the gate open, and they're supposed to, check people as they come through, but obviously if you leave the gate wide open, anybody who's not stopping for you can just roll past you, which has happened, which is one of the reasons why, we do that kind of thing. And anyways, everybody, thankfully, this past week was on their game. I'm going to knock on wood. But it was funny because as I was going around, like, there's some of these clients we have are like multinational companies, right? They have all kinds of workers there, and so some of them, I would just go through and just use random accents or whatever, trying to get in, and it's just
Give us
just
some
fun.
of those accents.
Um, so for one of them, I had my hat real low over my eyes, and I had put some product in my beard to make it a little thicker, a little more glistening. I was like, I went up to the gate and I didn't present any kind of ID or anything. I'm like, they're like, "Can I help you?" Yes, I go to work. It's like, what? I go to work in engine room. It's just stuff like that. And I had a whole conversation with like about that, and just telling them, no, I come through here. I come through here every night. And just like I was going back and forth with them, and at the end,
Yeah.
I dropped the voice and take off the hat, and I said, uh, "Okay, my name's Mike. My name is Mithos Kushradata from corporate management. For such and such company. Thank you for what you're doing. This was a breach of security test. You passed. Well done. We've had some issue." And I give them like my little spiel, of why we're doing this, why we're out testing, why it's important, what we're protecting, yada yada. But it was funny because a couple of times when I switched to my regular voice, um,
Mhm.
just like their face would like drop, like, what? Wait, that was fake. And I'm like, I'm not even that good of an accent, but it's funny because
Yeah.
it's just like when people don't know you, they don't expect it.
Yeah.
And it's just it was kind of comedic the effect on their faces, but no, thankfully, uh, yeah, we're out testing people. It was just kind of funny being able to dress up different ways. Had like the t-shirts and safety vest with a hard hat, so I felt a little, with my work boots, I felt a little bit like the guy from YMCA, the Village People.
Yeah.
But and then one time I kept swiping my badge and I couldn't get in, and so like a few shifts they were trying to figure out what was wrong with my badge. I was swiping my hotel key the whole time, and then of course I had my wife on speakerphone for the last one, and I'm like, watch this. This has been working all day. And of course, that was the one time I had my wife on the phone was when they immediately said, "I need to see your badge." I'm like, "Oh, you think my problem might be is that I'm trying to scan my hotel key?" They're like, "Yes, sir.
Yeah,
I need you
right?
to back up and leave this site." I'm like, "That that that's that's a good job there. That's a good job."
Mm.
Heading to bed. Great show as always. Thumbs up, everyone. Thumbs up at
Not
everyone.
my part. Not my part. I totally messed up. I'm so sorry.
It's all good, brother. It's all good. It's a team effort as always. We rise together, and sometimes we we still rise together.
We we're like yeast. You want to get rid of us, but we make you we rise together.
What? How do y'all like the reveals today? So we just talked about the Ultramarines releases a little bit ago, which was awesome.
Ooh, yeah.
So we're in
I'm
the middle.
excited to talk about Tao.
Yeah, we that's the next one we're gonna do. But we're in the process of trying to convince brother Rob to get some Ultramarines. We're gonna go on to some of the other 40K announcements right now.
Nice.
Let's see. New championships preview. New champions get stuck into close range brawls in Warhammer 40,000. The first character we have, well, actually, we'll start with this. Even as mighty armies march across blasted battlefields and great assemblages of men and material are sacrificed on the altar of war, singularly powerful warriors and leaders make their mark on an uncaring galaxy through acts of skill, valor, and astonishing violence. Now 3 or 4 newcomers join the fight, bound only by their love of a good close-range scrap. First one is Barrack Stormbro. Barrack Stormbrow. The Leagues of Votan have a long history battling orcs. I didn't realize that they had history battling orcs. Among the innumerable kins scattered throughout the galaxy, none hate their kind quite as much as Barrack Stormbrow, the greatest champion to ever rise from the ranks of the Chthonian Berserks. His unusual clone skin blesses Barrack with craggy skin that enhances his durability, while advanced augmentations give him the strength to battle the deadliest of foes and prevail. Pretty cool. We got him holding the massive head of a dead orc. Oh, and his spine
Yeah.
too. I didn't see that earlier. It reminds me of old school Mortal Kombat when Sub-Zero rips the head off his opponents and is holding them by their spine.
Fatality.
Yeah. That's pretty cool, and it's actually pretty cool that the Berserks actually have a character to lead them now. That's pretty neat.
Mhm.
Barrack is not simply a wild berserker, however, and displays a keen mind for leadership that has seen the band's Chthonian berserks smash orc invasions time and again, earning him an impressive epithet, the Wall Breaker. His crusades have earned him the enmity of a powerful freebooter captain, and it was during a duel against this hatred rival that Barrick's original arms were burned away by the baleful energies of the Dark Star weapon he swung, leaving them in a charred ruin. He won anyways, in case you're wondering. Now his refined weapon is a unique artifact that combines the best of plasma, mass, and concussion technology. And he's quite happy to match it against any enemy champion that might test his skills. The kin are nothing if not pragmatic after all, and Barrick's warrior spirit blazes too bright to be kept solely to orc opponents. So that is the League of Votann character. Next, though, we have the Tau. And the Tau are representing the
Yeah,
characters
baby.
known as the Twin Lance. Before his secession from the Tau Empire, Commander Farsight was held up as the exemplar of the Montka philosophy and the undisputed master of the killing blow. Now new
My God.
warriors have taken up that mantle as an inseparate pair of veteran pilots known as the Twin Lance, whose exploits now write new legends in the annals of the Firecast. It's interesting because there's
Also,
these rivets or some kind of bumps all over them that I don't normally see on Tau models. It's pretty interesting.
yeah, it's almost like the outer shell is ripped off a little, and you see like a dermis or something, like an epidermis or something.
Yeah. Or also kind of
That's pretty
reminds
cool.
me of like the bonding studs, the rivets on Space Marine armor. Also kind of what it reminds me
Oh yeah,
of.
yeah, yeah.
The Warriors Sunseer
Pretty
and
excited.
Scatterflare. I love their names. It's a pretty cool naming convention. Sunseer and Scatterflare have adopted a deadly close-range style of combat born from tragedy, when their bondmate and commander, Darkflame, lost her life in a battle with a Genestealer patriarch, and the pair fell upon their foe in a blaze of anguished fury. Their newfound their newfound aggression blended well with their natural teamwork and soon made them experts at lightning fast hit and run assaults, where they would thunder into enemy lines and eradicate key targets before jetting away as quickly as they arrived. The Twin Lance are lauded as living embodiments of Montka, and their reputation grants them access to advanced Warmaker battlesuits and war gear like their Neo capacitor shields, which absorb energy from
Mhm.
incoming attacks and unleashing it in a concussive burst. Ooh, that sounds nasty. It sounds like you're going to be punished for
Yeah,
shooting
it
at them.
does. Yeah, you are.
Sunseer prefers to blast holes away in heavy armor with his fusion eliminator, while Scatterflare unleashes a deadly barrage of bolts from her ion scatter cannon. Now they find themselves deployed across the frontiers of the Tau Empire, wherever the precise application of extreme firepower will claim victory for the greater good. Yeah, I'm going to hold on this
Oh,
screen
yeah.
looking at these beauties real quick while we check the chat. And so I was talking to our friend Superfly, and Superfly said, "Come on, even you got to admit that these look awesome and you know it." And I'm like, "They do look awesome." He's like, "Ha." And I'm
Yeah, they
like,
do.
"They also look like they're going to table me turn two."
Well, I'm a terrible general, so probably not.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, I'm not very good either, so it's kind of a toss. But they look amazing. And they have a pretty cool color scheme going on with the split kind of teal and cream color.
Nice.
And then last for Xeno characters announced today, we have the Tyrannid Prime with a lash whip. Tyrannid swarms
Whip.
rely. Yeah, that's right. Tyrannid swarms rely on their leader organisms of all shapes and sizes to relay the will of the hive mind with their multitudinous masses. With Tyrannid
Nice. Yes.
with Tyrannid Prime's numbering. See, this is one of the reasons I get worried reading in front of y'all because y'all see how badly I read.
Multitudinous. It's just difficult to read. It's not you.
with Tyranid primes numbering among the most nimble and compact encountered by Imperial forces. While winged variants have become increasingly common, many fight back in the thick of melee units among Tyranid warriors and direct their hordes from a more ground level perspective. That whip is pretty cool looking. It's a cat o' two tails. It's a big fleshy whip too, which is just interesting.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I mean, I don't really collect Tyranids. I have a couple of Tyranids, and I think they would look really cool in a D&D game. Scare the heck out of them. Oh, look, I have a Hormigaunt. Where there's one Hormigaunt, there's
Yeah.
the entire
Oh
fleet.
yeah, that would be pretty cool. Just this swarm of I mean they don't even have to be Tyranids in a D&D game. They could just be some kind of insect like race. That's yeah,
Yeah,
you see one and then
and that,
the threat becomes
yeah,
you know, the swarm of numbers.
and yeah, it just becomes imminent. It's about to end.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's cool
don't
looking.
want to mess with the time.
Pair of siding talons,
So
one claw, one whip.
that's pretty cool. I'm also excited to talk about the Nurgle stuff.
The Nurgle. Well, let's take a look at that.
Oh my god, it's so sexy.
Age of Sigmar
One
Nurgle
actually
stuff.
looks like Papa Nurgle. What's that?
That's
Age of
a,
Sigmar? I believe so, yeah.
I am.
So I don't know what
We
I'm going to do next after I finish these Space Wolves. Uh, there's a lot of choices to think carefully before I lock in into something big.
before you lock into the
If
Ultramarine.
you're not
Oops, I put that in
lock into the Ultramarines,
the put that in the wrong chat.
I don't know. I'll go to a lot of. I'll go to the. I'll lock it. Yeah, right now I'm painting Space Marine furries. Uh, where are
The World Championships preview an embrace of a noxious mountain of gifts for the Maggotkin of Nurgle.
and so damn sexy, those models.
You didn't think the Gelgus Pust was the only one bringing Nurgle's blessings to the preview, did you? That is referencing the Warhammer Quest, which is also getting Nurgle enemies, which is cool. There's more.
Yes. I like,
There's
I
more.
like Warhammer Quest.
Yeah, it looks good. Like the
Got it.
models look amazing. I really like that Knight
Yeah.
of the Manticore. Oh, so cool looking.
Oh, heck yeah.
Hold your nose because the Maggotkin of Nurgle are here, and they're dragging a new Path to Glory supplement in the
Gyren?
Gyren. I don't know why I kept wanting to put an H
Gyren.
in there,
Oh,
but
no, everybody does. It's the
Festus.
floating H.
It's the floating H, yeah.
The
Festus the
H is
Leech Lord.
silent.
The Leech Lord. The followers of Nurgles are not known for their haste, so isn't it fitting that their latest champion, Festus the Leech Lord, has arrived to the preview show on a colossal slug?
Yes.
He just looks like
Yeah.
a big, great, unclean one with a
Right?
massive stomach tentacle riding on an even bigger slug. That's like gross and cool
I
looking at the
can't.
same time.
See, I love Warhammer Quest, and I've gotten the cities, the last one, and I think I'm gonna pick this one up because those figures are just so damn sexy. Like I don't even know how to play the game. I've never played Warhammer Quest.
Me
I
either.
just want to paint those miniatures so badly. Yeah, but I definitely want to try out Warhammer Quest for sure.
It looks great.
I think it would be fun. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Speaking of which, I think Talisman came back out, and that's Warhammer RPGs.
Oh, really?
Yes, yes, Warhammer RPGs. It's called Talisman.
And
I was reading
you're
some news about it.
you're gonna run a Discord game for this win? Hmm.
That would be cool, but I don't know if I can fit it in my itinerary just yet. I'll try to finagle it, but if I can, I will. I definitely will. Playing with you guys, oh man, that'd be a dream come true.
Oh, that'd be so
Just
awesome.
visiting you would be kind of dream come true. If I visit you, we definitely have to do like a live stream while I'm there, man.
Oh, for sure.
Vice versa.
So many things we want to do when we hang out together. It's like we need to do a
Heck
painting
yeah.
workshop to just hang out and paint. We need to play some 40K. We need to learn how to play this talisman game. We have a list of things to do while we're hanging out.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Are there any hotels by you?
Oh yes, in fact, one
Nice.
fairly new one
Ooh, me likey.
in Life Festus was a
Yeah, bucket
healer.
list
Oh, go
things.
ahead. Oh yes, bucket list things for sure. Yeah, a big hangout.
Yeah,
It's got to happen at some point.
got it.
And
Yes.
I am uh, uh I would definitely, if we can, what's that? Is it Nova that's by you? I
Yes.
definitely would like
Yeah, I'm
to
not far.
team up for Nova next year. That would be cool.
Yeah, definitely. I'm like, I don't know, like a half hour, 45 minutes away. It's not far from me.
That is so cool.
So I don't have to get a hotel room. I'll just go back and forth. I'll commute. It's not really that bad. Uh you're always welcome to crash here if you want to. If you don't want to get an expensive hotel room,
That would be
you're more than
awesome, my
welcome. I have a
brother.
spare room. You would have your own room.
Nice.
And, let me see. Where's my glue?
Uh,
Sorry.
so we have a few additional angles of this awesome looking guy. So the guy looks massive from the front, but you can see these side angles. This big old slug goes on, and he even is doing. You can see some clear movement here. You know how when caterpillars
Mm-hmm.
move, they bunch up in the middle and then they flatten out again. It's doing that bunching up in the
Uh,
middle where he's squirming along, which is pretty cool looking. It's kind of cool to see like that kind of, I don't know, insectoid, slug
it
caterpillar kind of
reminds me.
movement.
It reminds me of Alice in Wonderland. The slug on
Oh yeah, yeah.
the mushroom. Yeah,
Uh,
that's so cool.
oh man,
You know
that
what I would probably do? I would definitely put a little hookah in there.
yeah. I was about to say you got to paint this thing up in like green and purple now, in tribute to
Yeah,
that one from Alice in Wonderland.
yeah, definitely cool.
So this character began life as a healer who wished to have his knowledge to cure all illness. But in his study of diseases, he became unknowingly trapped in Nurgle's clutches. His voracious appetite for knowledge saw the grandfather himself become his tutor. And over 7,777 years of learning, he became a master of maladies and the cankerous arts, earning the rare right to ascend to demonhood.
Mm.
He used his earnings to grow the great beast of Cathablit, which carries Festus and his fetid workshop into battle. Powerful sorcerer with his limited knowledge of poxes and poisons, he leads the maggotkin to battle with a nauseating exuberance, often campaigning in Gyrin, where he poisons the waterways with his leech water plague, one of his prized pestilent creations.
So Gairan is the realm of life, and it's where Ariel and the tree elves live. So it's life, but at the same time, Nurgle is also life, but it's bacterial life. So it's different. So each one wants to claim the right to create living, and of course, Ariel or I think Ariel says, I'm going to create a living being like a deer or something like that. And he's like, how much more life can I create? How many cells of bacteria can happen in that deer that you created? with rot and pus and everything else. How many squirmily flies can I create? How much more life can I create out of your life that you created? So Nurgle feels superior and his constant battle back and forth. Are you insane? You're killing everybody and saying it's life, but you're not looking close enough.
That's so
So
crazy.
there's that battle back and forth. I have both armies. I can't wait to build them and fight them one day. Yes, this is going to be fun.
Let's see. Paint Minis Live. Good to see you, my friend. Nurgle, the bane of
Hey,
every city restaurant health inspector. Absolutely.
hey.
Uh, I walked away for a bit. What did y'all think of the new 40K reveals? We freaking love them. We love the Ultramarine
Yeah,
stuff. The new
yes.
Votan character is super cool, and it's really cool that the Berserks now have their own leader. We
Hmm.
talked about the Tau, the twin
Sexy. Twin Lance.
the twin lance. They look awesome.
Mhm.
The style on them looks a little different with all the bulbs
The
or
blue.
rivets or what on
Yeah,
them, and
the
they're
bulge.
but they sound really cool. They also sound like they're going to table me turn two. So I I
It's
I
me. It'll be turn four.
but they look great, and the Tyranid looks cool too. I like that flesh whip. They look cool. The Tyranid's got a new whip warrior. Yes, the new Prime. They look pretty cool. Um, Hellworks, I want to do Nova. Same, brother. And apparently so does Paint
Yeah,
Minis
man.
Live. He thinks Hellchild's
Let's do it.
conversions would do well there. Absolutely.
I'm going to put one of my miniatures for reveal, and I'll let you know that it has to do with the Tawanar and the Night Titan in a diorama.
That is awesome. Pyro Persea
Have a
says,
long road ahead of me.
you can do it. Pyro Persea says, you
Ah,
just need
yeah.
to dodge. That's how you face the Tau. You just dodge.
Yeah,
Uh,
true.
Friendly Neighbor Inquisitor says, I'm just happy Titus got promoted. Me too, bro. That is so cool.
Yeah,
I'm glad he's back in his rightful
that
place.
is. Yes.
Uh, there's a pizza place near me that we call Papa Nurg's Pizza because the kitchen looks like Nurgle's cauldron. Ew.
Why would you eat that?
That kind of reminds me of this episode of How I Met Your Mother where uh, eventually the health inspectors are shutting down like this pizza shop near Marshall and Ted's, two of the main characters. Uh, that was like their main pizza place when they were in college, and it was right near their college dorm. They were like, that was the spot, but like. It's always had health inspector problems, and they go there for one last meal before the health inspector closes it down. And then, of course, they're both violently sick for the next several days.
Of
but
course they are.
but that just kind of reminds me of the pizza place that's Nurgle's Cauldron. Papa Nurg's Pizza. By the way, I finished
Up
my
nerds, man.
thousands. I'm sorry.
No, good. He finished his Thousand Suns.
Yeah, I finished his Thousand Suns. Oh my goodness! Congrats, her.
Yes. Yeah, man. Yep.
I've never eaten there, but we deliver dry goods there. I've been so tempted to call them in. Oh man, you might save somebody's life doing that, brother.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
I think I'm not even into the Nurgle. Well, let me rephrase that. I am not into the grossness of the Nurgle aesthetic, but one thing I've always liked in the Nurgle aesthetic is their armor style and design. You know, the big like rounded armor, or the the face covering helmets with like the holes in the front mask. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
and these
Almost like
Slavic,
a portcullis.
yeah, and like these Slavic knights have that armor style. Oh, the like
Yeah.
the deer antlers sometimes that these Nurgle warriors.
Yes, that dude is crazy. And I do have a lot. Oh my God, those are the Blight Kings. I don't know. I think I have like 6 sets of those, and that you can build them like 50 different ways. There's so many bits in there, and I love the horns, man. I am so excited. I'm sorry. I'm so excited. I want it so bad. I want to paint it. I
That's so cool. I would love to see you.
got it.
I would love to see your work on that. I bet it's going to be awesome.
Oh, it's gonna be fun.
This first of the Slavic Knights looks
Definitely.
awesome. Again, I really love that armor style. We're going to move on to the second one. And again, I love their armor style. Like, I don't even. I've never been a Nurgle kind of guy, but, or, uh, uh, Death Guard kind of guy either. But these guys just look cool. Like, I would totally paint these three up. Uh,
If you're
well,
coming to Nova, you should paint something up to put in the cabinet.
I don't know about that, brother. I don't think I'm on the right level for that.
Paint fearlessly. You never know what you can create. You never know what you might get. If anything else, if it's in the cabinet, you're part of the show.
I mean,
That's
that's
it.
true. That's
And
true.
you can talk to. And here's the part that I like. I'll put something in, and even if it doesn't win, I'll go over to the people, the judges. And I'm like, what could have done better? Oh, you could have done this OSL. How do you do that? These are everybody who's a judge. We're talking about, Vinci V has been a judge. Like all these people are, top artists that they put as a judge. So you could just ask them for their advice. It's like taking a class at the Nova Open without paying for it. It's really good. Plus, it's personal feedback that you can grow with. So next year, maybe you get that better score or whatever it is.
Good point. Good
A lot
point.
of fun.
Hellwork says, "I will if you will, Mythos." That's some pressure. That's some pressure.
Oh, go to Nova.
Yeah. Um, Word bearers
Just
or
do it.
undivided marine for my banner on the Ultramarine successor. Just because of the
Mm.
history and because I really like the Word bearers versus Ultramarines novels, my personal vote is definitely the Word bearers.
Mm-hmm.
Nurgle's Creed requires that its followers it requires its followers to embrace the inevitability of rot and decay, and those
Mm-hmm.
frustrated with the stress and rigors of life are easily tempted. Let's be honest, we've all been there. Even noble cavaliers are not immune. Those who are worn out by duty and the endless struggle for survival often fall into a deep, oh my gosh, what's that word? Ennui? Ennui?
And,
Hmm?
and we spell it.
Ennui? Ennui?
And we. I don't know.
Only to be
And you what?
relieved by the grace of Nurgle and become Slavic Knights. Their armor is very cool. The only one I don't like is the third one has an eyeball in his antler and it bothers me. I have like
Cut that off.
I have this ocular phobia and things that have too great of a focus on eyes or extra eyes always just like bother me. The putrid.
Don't look at the don't look at the biblical form of angels, like the
Oh yeah.
biblical accurate. Yeah,
Oh yeah. No.
stars.
No, for sure. Um in one of my favorite games, Bloodborne, they say the best way
Ooh,
to gain
nice.
wisdom is through insight, and one of the holy men, or not holy men, the scholars at the academy, like the most revered scholar, says the best
Yeah.
way uh, to gain true insight is to develop eyes inside your head that can see into your brain. And somehow, through his studies in arcane lore, he actually does learn to grow eyes all inside of his skull looking at his brain. It is so creepy.
Well, I don't know. There's no light in there, so it's kind of hard to see.
I mean,
That's
it's
interesting, though.
it's arcane. He probably
Yeah.
that they're probably some kind of night vision eyes or something. I don't know. True
Hey,
sight
Brain.
eyes.
I wonder what I would do. What What would you do? What would you say to your brain if you could just like meet your brain? It's like, hi, brain. You processing lately? Like, I don't know. No conversation there. Don't get ahead of yourself. Your head and shoulders above the rest.
I mean, I feel like I am talking to my brain sometimes because sometimes I'll find myself talking and realize there's no one in this room with me. I probably am only talking to my brain.
It's
Either
like me when I did the tutorial earlier.
or either that I'm like Truman Show talking to an audience that isn't there. Wink.
Um,
I like how they painted the rust on these. We're on the Putrid Blight Kings now. I like how they painted the rust on these
ah,
weapons.
heck
Those are so
yeah. It's
cool.
all about that weathering. It's like weathering a playground when you paint Nurgle stuff. Like it's just all beautiful weathering. And like you all know, if you have a mistake, weathering. So you can really just go whole hog with it. You don't have to be very specific, or you can go in the opposite direction where every pustule is perfect. But if I'm going to be painting a massive legion of them for the tabletop, yeah, I don't think I'm going to. I'm not painting everything to, competition standard because it would take me 100 hours per model. So,
It's fair, fair.
but yeah, I love me some rust and rot and ruin,
Where
especially
is
the anthem.
where
Where's
is
what?
Nova?
Nova?
Washington, I think.
Nova's DC.
Yep.
Yeah, it's in DC. Uh-huh.
And we a feeling of listlessness and dissatisfaction arising from a lack of occupation or excitement. Ah. Bloodborne for the
Oh, that's
win.
that word?
Yes. Uh,
Nice.
and then he also said Bloodborne for the win, which I wholly agree. My wife and I freaking love that game. Dirty Down line of products. The Rust really does look like Dirty Down.
Yeah,
I
I
love
got a
that
lot of
stuff.
their products I haven't used yet. Have you used it?
Oh yes, I used
I have it.
I've used quite a bit of it in my Imperial Guard. I don't rust up a
There
ton
was
of
a
my Imperial Guard, but I like to add just a little bit to.
at the last Nova Open that I went to, Dirty Down was there, and everybody who bought a product from their booth was entered into a listing in order to, win some prizes for them. And I won. I won one of their prizes, which is one of every one of their products. So I was
Awesome.
lucky enough that they called me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They're good guys at Dirty Down. I like them. I
That's
like them. And the first person that turned me on to this stuff actually was Ian.
oh
Yeah.
nice,
Last time I spoke to him. Yeah, he was like, Dirty Down is the way, but you can't get it. You can only get it in China and stuff like that. That's before they were popular. And
nice.
I was like, or another country. Okay, it didn't have to be China, but yeah, yeah. He turned me on to it. He gave me my first bottle. And I have not, sorry, Ian, I have not used these yet. I will. I will. I promise you.
Although
I will.
I definitely
Especially Kindle.
think
Mhm.
once you open it, it
Yeah.
is definitely best to try and work it into as many projects as you can because if you let it
Oh, yeah.
sit
It
too long,
evaporates.
it evaporates. So once you crack that seal,
It does. Yeah. It's like at a party. Once you break that seal, man, you'll be going to the restroom all night.
and also you lose your buzz a little bit, which sucks.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's when you have to refill.
Paint Minis
Get me
Live
off, buddy. Boy.
commenting on Nova is September 2nd through 6th in Washington, D.C. Drop off is Saturday by noon.
Labor Day weekend.
Oh, it's cool that they've already
Yep.
got next year's scheduled out. Must
Uh
submit $10 per entry and have a badge to enter. Cool.
Yep. So, yeah, it is fun. It is fun. Yeah, I don't know how many pieces I'm gonna enter though. Probably just one, because that's gonna take a long time. A lot of time.
Oh, for sure.
Lots of time. If I do a really good job at it, and if I happen to win gold, I'm definitely going to Golden Demon with it.
Friend,
But it just depends how much time I put into it.
fair,
Hmm.
fair. Yeah.
Hmm.
Since they already have dates announced, offline. Let's Let's maybe talk about
Coordinate.
a trip. That'd be
Yeah,
cool.
man. That would be it. Absolutely.
Uh, Neighborhood Inquisitor says, also, Mythos, I'm with you. I think the armor and antlers of Nurgle stuff looks cool, but I don't like the plague aesthetic. Hell yeah. Let's go, Mythos. Hell yeah. Let's, yeah, we can blah, 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 blah. Let's start talking it
That
out.
too.
Words are hard. Rot swords. I have a touch of dyslexia, just like a touch. And so when I saw rot swords at
Well,
first, I thought I saw roast swords. Roast swords.
hey, I'm chilling. I'm chilling with the Listexia.
These rot swords look pretty cool. Again, that armor style that I think is really neat. Um, and the antlers and stuff, super cool. I love the big shape of their swords too. That looks really neat. Kind of reminds me of the hard edge from Final Fantasy VII. That's really cool looking.
Rot swords reminds me of something you say to somebody in a convention that has not showered. You must have a rot sword.
Ew.
A what? A rot sword. You got the
What are,
ill will.
what are you talking about, man? Soap. Use it.
Yeah.
One of the convention, I think I've told you this before, but one of the conventions I went to, just because that is always one of the top things people talk about at anime conventions. They did a music video for that year at Acon. That was the song was called "Shower for Me." It's pretty funny, and the song is about somebody who's in line at these conventions trying to have a good time, and people keep getting into line, and they just smell putrid, and they're stuck in line with them. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, those are the people who give uh, uh, nerds like us bad names.
Yes.
The next plague unit we're gonna be looking at is pestigores. So infected
Ooh.
beastigores, which are really cool, and these beastigores are completely hairless. The rot has made them naked. I mean, they're wearing cloths, but like their fur is gone. That is really weird. Naked beastigores, like hairless beastigores.
Yeah.
This style of axe is
I
really
wanna I
interesting.
wanna put some music. Yeah. Bump, 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 bump. Check out my hairless beast of gore. They're my least favorite. The gores, the beastmen. For some reason, I've never loved the beastmen. What do you think about the beastmen? I think they're all right, but I would not want to paint one.
The same. I don't think there's anything wrong with them. I'm not. Uh, for me, just because I'm not personally into the plague aesthetic, I
Yeah.
personally would put them above Nurgle just because of my personal aesthetic tastes. But at the same time, like there's
Mhm.
nothing in particular I like about them. It's just they're there, they're all right.
Yeah,
In theory, beast people are cool, but like
it's true. It's a whole bunch of satyrs.
yeah. This guy, who is this big guy? The battle tome, yada yada, just as war scroll. Oh, Gelgus Pust, which I imagine is this big guy in the middle. He's got a pretty cool like sword and flail combo, which is cool. He's got a face only a grandfather could love, though. Oh, you know that big slug that the one dude is riding on? They've got like some kind of sorcerer um, doing with a
Oh,
cauldron, and they've got a smaller version of
yes.
that slug just wrapped around the cauldron, which is cool.
Oh, I didn't notice the smaller slug, but yeah, I love that. I love it. Set. Love it. Love it. Love it. Well, if I'm able to get that box set, that Christmas box set with Fulgrim in it, then maybe I'll go Emperor's Children. But if I happen, the scalpers are crazy and they don't put it back on sale in GW, I'm not going to spend $350 for it. There's just no way.
Fair, fair. Scalpers got to ruin things.
Really, they really do.
They
And
have,
eBay prices have been crazy lately.
yeah. The bubonic cell is a new spearhead delegation of both demons and disease mortals, led by a Rotbringer sorcerer. I'm not crazy of the sculpt, but that like peach to pink to purple, massive,
Mm-hmm.
like a tentacle wig the sorcerer is
Flash.
wearing. Yeah, a
Yeah.
fleshy tentacle wig. Like the colors on that are cool.
Yeah. They did a good job. They really did a great job on the paint job.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Certainly makes me excited for them.
Path to
I think
Glory
the
camp.
Ultramarines and those are my favorite for this release.
Yeah, I would agree. They've definitely got some cool stuff. For
Mhm.
myself, the Ultramarines and the 30K stuff, which I'm going to pull up next, are the.
Yes, you must be in your glory.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
I was looking at that.
I'm
This is
excited.
it. Now it's cemented. Yeah, that was a sign.
Was a sign indeed. So those who are interested
Yes.
in some 30K stuff, uh, they really announced new Cataphractii Terminators, and so these
Hmm.
are with Power Mauls and Volkites, which is a brand new loadout they didn't have before. Before, your Cataphracties were either Lightning Claws, or Power Fist or
Right.
Chainsaw. I mean a Chain Fist,
Hmm.
and
Same fist.
Combi
Yeah,
Bolter
they're
or a
punching.
Combi Weapon. But
Hmm.
so the Volkite's new, the Power Maul is new. Although I gotta say the I'm used to seeing them with oversized hands because the light 30K Lightning Claws are a big fingertip, and so you have the
They
big.
look a little light. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I'm used to seeing them with oversized hands, and yeah, you're right. Their hands look tiny all of a sudden, just because like I'm
Yep.
sure proportionally the bodies have been scaled up for the new size of 30K. So I'm sure they're
Oh
bigger
yeah.
and chunkier, but their hands just look tinier because I'm not used to seeing them with regular weapons. But they look cool. I like how they look. Um, I definitely.
They have shoulder straps.
Yeah, and the way they look, especially like you guys know, when I do 30K, I'm wanting to go Iron Warriors, and they're selling it.
Yep.
They're making it look
Yep.
good. They said this guy
There's the
specifically.
sign. That's
um,
right. Now you got to do it.
so they look awesome.
Pulling that trigger.
There are actually two new Cataphractii kits coming out. Okay, so these pictures are from the new kit with the Volkite Power Maul loadout, but then they're also doing, if you look down here, the classic Power Fist and Stormbolter loadout.
Yes.
And man, even then, like I know 30K Power Fists are smaller, but man, these on their new bigger torsos, these Power Fists look kind of dainty. Oh
Yeah.
man, Power Fist and
How would
Combi
you like
Bolter.
your power fist today? How would you like your power fist today? Well done.
Uh,
You look like a well done kind of person. Sorry. Just,
the new box set comes out with six, because you can now take
I don't know.
12 in a squad. Pretty cool. Also, for your heavy weapons, it comes with the auto cannon, which just looks cool, and the flamer, which I feel like this flamer's always looked a little. I know it's the classic, like from the original game. This is more the design what the flamers look like. But that one's not quite my aesthetic. I'd probably swap that out for a different flamer if I went flamer, but either way, they look cool. The new Breacher Squad is out, or coming out. That's cool. People have been
Mm-hmm.
anticipating a new Breacher Squad in plastic since 2.0. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people
Mm-hmm.
happy with this. Uh, uh, let's see. Um, to participate in the painting competition, Paint Me's Live says must have submitted $10 per entry and have a badge to enter, which is cool. Sounds like a legit painting
Yeah, I read
competition.
that.
That sounds interesting. Says friendly neighborhood inquisitor. Maybe we'll all meet up there. Gotta head out. You guys have a
Yeah.
great night. Smash the like button for you. Thank you so much, Paint Minis Live.
Thank you.
Uh, I think you mean a face a grandfather could love. Oh, I thought that's what I said. I want
Yeah.
the new Leviathan Assault Dread. Yeah, the Leviathan Assault Dread looks cool. We'll come up on that next. But here are the the Breacher Marines. Breacher Marines look so cool. I've always liked the aesthetic of the Storm Shield, not Storm Shield, but the Riot Shield with the groove cut out for your gun to go through.
Yeah, slick.
And once again, oh, they are tempting with these Iron Warrior colors here. Oh man, I need to start painting up some Iron Warrior.
It's a done deal. Yeah, it's a done deal.
Oh yeah, it's
That
happening.
box is going to be you. And we're going to finish these Space Wolves before you get them, so
Oh yes,
I think so.
yes for sure.
Yes.
Like these are definitely in my future, but I am on the Space Wolf train. Oh, I forgot to talk about that in my hobby update.
Mhm.
We're gonna get off these previews for just a second. I have a game scheduled with my first game scheduled with my Space Wolves. I am going to
Nice.
I'm gonna flat out admit I am going to be playing with only a half painted army. They will all at least have their blues down, but I just want to play my wolves and try out the new list and the new rules. And Atlas is playing with me on the 25th for my birthday. My birthday is actually the next day, but yeah, we're having a Thanksgiving / birthday game, so because he'll be in town for the holidays,
Nice.
and it's
That sounds fun.
now that he lives out of town, we don't get together as often, but when we do, it's always great to get together and play some games. And I told him I have been
Hell
wanting
yeah.
to test out these wolves for a hot minute, and he's like, "Oh, I've got something I want to try. You mind if I bring my my Baneblade variants?" And I'm like, "Oh my gosh!" He's like, "I won't bring any Lehman Russes. It's just me bringing the one tank." I'm like, "Oh no!" His one tank is bringing like 10 last cannon shots, and I think
Yeah.
30
It's
something
insane.
and 30 something heavy bolter shots. Not to mention the main cannon. And I'm just like, oh my god. I'm like, oh man, my anti tank is gonna have to do some heavy lifting. So that'll be interesting. Although if I can get into melee with it, even though like I've been hearing a lot that the power of Beast Slayer has gone down, and most Space Wolf players have gone back to using generic Space Wolf, generic Space Marine rules. I think Beast Slayer is still cool, and I'm going to roll Rule of Cool. So I'm still going to be using
Yeah.
Beast Slayer.
Screw the meta. Losing style.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm going to make a shirt. Screw the meta. Losing style.
That's right. That's right.
Oh, cool.
Pyro Persea says Baneblade. Oh my gosh, Baneblade. I
Bane.
approve. That's awesome.
You good.
I'm looking forward to playing against his Baneblade. It's actually he's playing a regiment called the Janissaries, which are like a religious fanatic sect of the Guard, and so his
Okay.
Baneblade is a file he found that is basically a massive church on tank treads with tank weapons on it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and it's even got like a little spot, a little like balcony where a preacher sits and is giving out holy rhetoric over a speaker as the tank rolls forward. It's pretty cool. And
I love it.
and underneath that balcony where the preacher is preaching, the main guns are directly underneath that balcony. So it's pretty cool.
Sweet.
He is legit out there, delivering the Emperor's divine judgment. So yes, the 25th birthday game with Atlas. I am so excited to try out these wolves.
Did you say 25th?
Mhm.
You're going to be 25?
Yes, I will be 25 and holding.
No way. Bro, seriously? Wow.
Right.
Wow.
I will be 25.
Yeah. Oh, I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing there. It's like there's no way you don't look like I am like no, I am 51. So I'm like, you're 25. Oh shit, I'm double. No way.
No,
There's no
no.
way.
Now, I'm not going to give out the exact number, but you are less than 10 ahead of me.
Okay. Yeah, see, I'm all right with saying sharing my age simply because I have friends that didn't make it out of the hood, you know? And
That's
I'm
fair.
proud.
That's fair.
I made yeah.
Hell works that says you damn youngin.
Yeah, that's right. Wait, me or
That's a good
I'm
question.
out in my 50s now. That's right. Make me feel young. Say you're like 70.
All right, these breachers, each unit of 10 combines the versatile Mark III power armor bodies with new breacher squad upgrade frame, containing shields, new arms and weapons and heads, much like the upgrades found in the command squad boxes and the various weapon packs. These new parts are fully compatible with both Mark IV and Mark II kits as well, so you can represent units from different times and places with ease. The first place you can get these awesome new kits is from the upcoming Siege Assault Battle Group box, which contains a unit of 6 Cataphractii Terminators with Volkite Chargers and
Mhm.
Power Mauls, 6 Combi Bolters and Power Fists, 10 Breachers, and 10 and a brutal Leviathan Dreadnought with Siege Claw and Siege Drill. The perfect line breaker to create an opening in enemy defense. It also comes with a selection of transfer sheets for the Space Marines and the Dreadnought, so you can give them some lovely intricate details before weathering the stuffing out of them. And here's the box set here. Great looking box set and pretty sick looking with 12 Terminators, a squad of 10 Breachers, and a Dreadnought. Pretty sweet looking kit. So that is the 30K news, and I think they're awesome. Although I gotta
Yeah.
say, because the entire community knew that new Cataphractii were coming out, I managed to score some Cataphractii for my Siege Tyrants, which are an Iron Warrior style of Terminator, on the mega cheap of people getting rid of them to get the new hot plastic goodness, which is
You
okay
know,
to me.
hotness.
Yeah, it's okay to me. I don't mind running the smaller, older sculpts, if I can get them on the cheap. Like I got a squad of 5
Definitely.
for $15, and it's like a $60 kit. It's like that is mega savings there.
Heck yeah.
Let's see. Friendly Neighborhood Inquisitor says that they're 32. He says, I'll make you feel old. Thank you. Thank you, brother. We appreciate that. Uh, Hellwork says he's 53, so he's in your ballpark.
That's right. Brothers. Uh,
And I'm 25 and holding.
yeah. Forever.
That's right.
Forever 20. Forever 25. You gotta be forever 25.
No, for real, if I could hold in place, it probably, most people say I'm going to stop at 21. I was kind of an idiot from, 21 on for several years. So if I had to hover, I'd probably say probably around 30. Like, not 21. Let's stop at 31. Get some of that brashness out of my system. Hellwork says I'm old for a reason.
Yep.
Uh,
Some people say, how's my day? And I'm like, I'm on the right side of the ground. It's a
of,
good day for me.
of course, holding at 25 would still be pretty good because that's when I managed to, apparently I was good enough looking at the time to score myself a hot gamer lady. So.
Yeah, not immediately. That was immediately audible.
That's good. That's good. I'm glad nobody thought I was just kissing towards my computer tower for no reason.
No, I said that's me. That's what I heard. Uh,
I may not be young, but I'm older. That is true. That's true.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I finished 7 of them so far, so 7 of them are ready for the tabletop.
Nice.
Feel so accomplished. I'm gonna do
That's
like
awesome.
2, 3, 6 more, I guess. Yeah, I have them painted already.
All right. So I've got the first 5 done except for the snow effect. And these last 6,
Nice.
I just need to dot their, I need to put the whites in their eyes. Got a few details like gems and bird skulls, and then do the basing on those 6. And so my goal is to have these 11 varnished up and ready by the next time we hang out, and moved on to the next thing, which I thought was going to be um, the the head takers. I was about to say huntsmen. No, the head takers.
Oh, yeah.
But I really, you feel like I overexposed my blood claws a little too much. I was painting in my hotel room. I'm like, I really overexposed um, these head takers, so I might dunk those and start from scratch with them. Also, I need to assemble 5 Wolfguard Terminators before my game, so I might do some assembling
Okay.
after painting the blood claws. But whatever it
Yeah,
is,
I got them assembled.
whatever the next project is, my goal, I'm going to set here in stone for the group, is I
Okay,
plan on
you
having
hear it.
these 11 done by next week, next Friday.
Next. Wow.
Committed.
Okay.
So, yeah,
I'm holding you accountable for that.
that's right.
It's like, what happened? Nuclear war. Doesn't matter. Get your minis painted. No, I'm kidding.
I need a Gravis Armor Calgar. Ooh, let me
Calgar, yeah.
let
I have
me.
a Gravisar. Yeah, David. I just bought.
I think personally the Gravis Armor one is the better looking one. I'm
Really?
interested to see what they. Yeah, I I I think that I don't really like the chest piece on the Terminator one. It just like he
Oh, yeah.
has like he's got a
They get in the
center
way.
thing. Yeah, he's got a center
Yeah.
node, and then his 2 like ropelets kind of look like mini boobies. They're just kind of they're like pasties going across his nipple. Yeah, nipple tassels across his chest, or I don't know. I think the Gravis armor just like cleaner, smoother lines, smoother silhouette. I think the Gravis armor looks cooler.
All right, so I'll pay them both. I will paint them both. La 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 la.
It's funny because I'm like, yeah, I want to have 3 versions of Titus, and we get the Calgar. I'm like, I'm sticking with the Gravis. I'm not getting the Terminator one. Like, that's where you draw the line? I don't ask me. I don't. There's no rhyme or
I
reason
was
to my
not
madness.
questioning it.
Huh?
It's not questioning it. I
Oh,
said I was not questioning
oh,
it. I was
I
like,
I
you do
question
you, boo.
I question my logic all the time. And the thing is that I know when I make these statements, it's probably largely what's the word? Uh, like it's a moo point, as Joey would say. It's like a cow's opinion. It doesn't matter because even though I say it, my hobby butterfly disc will still probably get the Terminator variant someday and still paint it.
Right.
uh,
When they come out with the new printer, it's eventually they're gonna keep on sizing, and you just gotta use your Joy Toys in order to play the game. And
friendly.
it'll be in your living room. It'll be the whole living room.
That would be kind of
Actually, that's
cool,
not a
but
bad idea. Yeah, it's not a
uh,
terrible idea.
friendly neighbor Quizzer
GW.
says the Gravis one has the better pose by far. That's cool. But see, I don't think there'll be a Calgar after this one. Because going back to what Pyro Persea said earlier, eventually Titus will be the chapter master. We had the
Yeah,
lieutenant
sure.
one, and then the captain
Huh?
one, and now we're gonna have a chapter master one. So,
Yeah, that's how these things work.
Well, brother, we are coming up on midnight. Before we call it a night, I would like to remind everyone that Wolfbrother Hobbies is sponsored by the amazing chap over at Paint Minis Live. Check out his YouTube channel, and of course, he has an online store that you can see Nightbot spamming every once in a while, and you can also go to the Paint Minis Live website. And if you're on our Discord server, we have a sponsored section there where we have the store for our sponsor as well. And they have a web store where they contain all kinds of hobby stuff, including dice, role-playing books, and hobby supplies such as paints, glues, and all kinds of stuff. And they even carry my favorite paint. One of the paints used by Brother Rob during his tutorial earlier, Pro Acryl Paints. It's my favorite paint
Both done.
range. It's been my favorite paint range for years. You can get it from Paint Minis Live. And of course, when you go through from the link here, you get credit. Your Wolf Brother gets credit for it at no additional cost. So, yeah, check out a hobbyist trying to help other hobbyists, which is Paint Minis Live. I want to do a revision of first edition Marine Commander on Throne. Oh, that would be cool to see.
Definitely. It's a great idea. I wouldn't mind paying that bad boy up.
Heck yeah. Any closing thoughts for you, Brother Rob?
Even if you're faced with the largest project you've ever done in your entire life, know that every mountain is never climbed on the first step. So just take one at a time and let it be what it was always meant to be, the hobby that you love, and you'll always keep painting. Just random.
I couldn't put it better than myself. I can't put it better. I couldn't put it better myself. Blah, blah, blah. Words are hard tonight for some reason. It was very eloquent, and I'm like, that's all, folks. Oh, man. Guys, make sure you check out our brother Rob over at his channel, The Miniatures Paintbrush, in the description below. As always,
New episode dropping this weekend. Sorry.
Yeah, new
New
video.
episode dropping this weekend.
Check out the new video, guys, for sure. Yeah. If you guys liked tonight's episode, please make sure that you grab up an axe and smash that like button in the name of the Emperor. Drop us some comments down below. Feel free to be part of any of tonight's ridiculous conversations. And if you guys are not yet subscribed to either of these channels or any of our friends of Wolfbrother Hobbies down in the description below, then we would love to have you as part of the pack, part of the hobby family here at Wolfbrother Hobbies. So subscribe. Until next time, guys, stay frosty.
Stay frosty.